Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name's TJ.
My name is Bryce.
And we're going to sit down, have ourselves a fun time for 4 rounds of Modern here. Now, for starters, I think we owe a thank you to someone.
Somebody.
We don't really have a name, but pizza showed up at the fort right at 7, just before we started. There was a bunch of it, enough to where we ended up actually gifting it partly to the players and to the store to pay it forward, because there was no way that we could eat all of that. But that was, that was you can't. But that was incredibly kind and generous, and thank you so much. That is awesome, because I actually didn't eat dinner, so you're gonna keep me going. Hello to everybody. I see Ragmar, Mr. Serial Hood, Chaos, Blue Baron, Veggies. I'm just gonna start calling you Veggies.
Vegemite. Yummy on morning, noon, and night.
And USMNT442. Now, there's a lot of interesting decks out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's even, in fact, 3 of mine. Not 8-Rec, though. Almost got someone to play 8-Rec. They're instead playing my Titan Shift.
Okay. So you got Titan Shift out there, I would guess Burn and Scred?
That is correct.
Okay.
Now, you've,
Justin with the sub?
Thank you so much. And that's a brand new sub. This isn't like a 2-month in a row, is it? With Twitch Prime, or I guess Twitch Prime may not measure, but thank you so much. That's awesome. I feel like you subbed last month, but regardless, thank you so much for that. It means the world to us. That's so cool. You're okay with veggies? Awesome.
The arenas are up.
Alright, so we're going to find out what we have got for you all here. 2 minutes in the stream, and we're already 1 down of our 5 per stream goal. We dropped a little bit. Now, some of you may have assumed that, but what we had dropped to with the crossing over the month was, so this is where we're starting off again. We're starting off here, which I'm totally okay with. This is still a fantastic starting point. Anyone on Dredge? Well done, AMS Kiss fan. First of all, that's awesome. But I'm not sure if we have anyone on Dredge tonight. However, we do have a couple of people building it, so there's a decent chance it'll be coming down. Justin, thank you so much. Your contribution means the world to us. That is, those things matter, you know, and it all helps. So thank you so much. I do genuinely appreciate that. The background is sick. Yeah, we're on the Dark Confidant these days. We keep David keeps mixing it up on us. My Wednesday has been solid. I actually didn't have work today. Took the day off of work. So we're at 123 subscribers this month, which is frankly pretty amazing. So thank you so much. But Ragmar, MS Kiss fan, that's very sweet. Tebin, it does look like your sub died, so rip that. That guy stole Maeve's hairstyle. I know! I know. I know. That is absolutely... See, I actually completely agree, Blue Baron. I actually prefer this Dark Confidant art.
Alright. Round 1 is facing the wall. It's going to be Logan.
Nice. Okay, okay. So he's on one of my decks, and he's up against?
He's up against Tyrell.
Interesting. Now,
Tyrell really explicitly wants me to make sure you call it the right name.
Yeah, but I won't.
He said that if he watches it back and it's not the right name, he's going to boycott being on stream.
But it's a terrible deck name.
It's
awful.
I'm just the messenger. I told him I would do everything that I could to get you to do it. If you don't do it, that's you.
It's such a terrible deck name. I'll try it. We'll see. We'll try it. We'll see how many people
see how many people ask what it is.
We'll see how many people ask what it is.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be Rip. You're the one who put up the Rip symbol. Doesn't that mean Rip? Oh, it's pepperonis. Oh, close enough.
I mean, it's ripping pepperonis.
Scred versus Monkey Grill. Scred, the mono red control deck, the Snow Mountains, really good at punishing these creature decks. In fact, hates on graveyards. I can't imagine that the Monkey Grill, which is basically Rogue Delver with some card choices.
Yeah, well, a few differences.
Disrupting Shoal. There's not a... I mean, Disrupting Shoal and actually running the Hooting Mandrills, but that's pretty common either way.
Yep.
But it is a graveyard-based deck running both Tarmogoyf and Hooting Mandrills. Plus, I can't imagine a whole lot going well, especially when you consider that Disrupting Shoal is so powerful. But a lot of the haymakers of that Scred deck don't really come up on those average converted mana costs. 4 and 5 are not common in that deck list.
Very true.
So let's head on down and we'll have some fun. We'll see you there. Okay, hey Panda, and hi Melvin. Look at those rogues out there. Now we've got a mountain into a Relic of Progenitus from Logan. It doesn't get a whole lot better for the starting.
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to just continually hate that graveyard as long as he remembers to hit that relic each turn.
The clock, right?
This is gonna be a huge setback to them. Disrupting Shoal is awesome, but best used in a mono blue deck. Disrupting Shoal is best used
in decks that can cast it.
Oh no, not it's best used as a force of will, you know.
Surprised that Logan
with a force of will.
Didn't
What's the grown monkey grow? That's a great question. It's the Tarmogoyf and the Hooting Mandrills. I know what you're thinking. Does that make sense? No.
No.
That's right. I'm gonna be the Ryan Overdrive of this.
Lovely.
All right, so
Scred him.
That's a really aggressive Scred, actually. I'm not even sure if I agree with that, but that's okay. He has to have a hand loaded to the top with removal.
Yeah.
To want to go for
so
that
Logan
one.
did miss activating Relic at the end of Tyrell's turn. Do you not know Tyrell's last name?
Oh, I totally forgot to put it down. Woods.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
There we go.
And I'm sitting here going, I'm pretty sure it starts with a W, but it's not Williams.
No.
That's a different thing.
That is a different thing.
I think Scred should do the thing for Scred.
It's a Blood Moon deck.
Yeah, but it's called Scred.
True.
You can literally put the card there.
Nah. So, 3 mana for Tyrell, no creatures yet. Logan popping that Relic of Progenitus pretty early on to draw a card, looking for a third land. I still probably don't agree with that. I'd rather be stuck on 2.
Yeah, I think Relic is extremely important in this matchup.
I mean, like, you think you're trying to get that third land so you can hit removal, but you don't even need removal if you're dealing with either cards that can't be cast or 0/1s. Just, I don't know. But we are going to go, and this is kind of the point that you get to that, because the Tarmogoyf is going to come down and look really good suddenly, and I think that Logan definitely got a little bit preemptive with that.
Got a little bit hasty.
So,
and there's the Goyf.
We've got land, creature, and apparently, and
land, creature, and sorcery, it looks like.
I think that's actually the instant. Because,
it could be instant.
Yeah. I think this is actually going to put up to being 4/5.
Sorcery. Looking at Bolt, Anger, Koth, Stormwrath. This is
I actually still would have been totally fine with waiting to draw the land.
Yeah.
Having a Bolt in addition to that Relic of Progenitus, big game. Because if you think about it, the only things that don't rely on the graveyard, which is basically just, if you want to get to that point, Snapcaster, but really Delver of Secrets, all handled quite nicely with the Lightning Bolt. And in the meantime, you're going to buy yourself a huge amount of time. And actually, he's still missing that land drop anyway.
Yeah, does not hit the third land here, which... That's pretty much the end of this game for him. Tyrell down at 15 due to his Fest Shock and I believe a Scry, but no, I mean a Gitaxian Probe.
Yes.
Totally a Scry, right? That's what that card does.
Scry target opponent's hand.
Scry
you may put on the bottom of their library.
That'd be great.
Then they get the exact same hand.
Oh, darn it.
Is Monkey Grow Rug? Yes, it is. That was my vibrating phone, and I have since moved it. My bad.
I was starting to be like,
I didn't even I was like, whose phone is buzzing?
I wonder who it could be. The
That's
only
mine.
phone on the table, maybe?
I'm not really sure whose accent you're doing.
I don't know either. Lightning Bolt gonna take out a Delver of Secrets.
Yeah, but you still got a 4/5 to deal with, and it's just not looking too great.
Drew a Blood Moon. Nice.
Okay. So going back, I probably would have kept the hand myself, knowing that I had a Relic and a Bolt and a Scred in it.
But I would not have cracked the Relic so readily.
Yes, and I actually may not have even fired off that Scred so readily. But that's okay. That's That's a world of its own right now. I think right now you go for the Blood Moon.
Well, this is exactly where Tyrell wants to be. He has a threat on board. He has open mana and
honestly,
spells in
I
hand.
think you just fetch up the green source and you're probably feeling okay. But it looks like he just doesn't want to deal with it. Right. The second you send that, your phone went off.
It also puts an enchantment in the graveyard.
That's a good point. Having a 5, yeah, that's actually going to be pretty sweet. So, we're actually going to go down to 7. We are not looking good. And have you seen any lightning bolts in that hand?
I haven't caught a glimpse of one yet.
Maybe now we're looking for like Anger and Bolt and hope that Tyrell doesn't, Well,
we're going to get Koth to start with.
This is going to be a minus. It has to be. There's no sense in plussing here. If it resolves.
Stubborn Denial.
Yep, and Logan's going to pick it
up because he is not going to be able to beat what Tyrell has.
No. So Tarmogoyf, interestingly enough, so what the deck used to make some concessions a little bit more popularly in Roasted Mizzium Mortars as ways to potentially take down a Tarmogoyf, but it ended up being decided that you don't really need it because Relic of Progenitus is pretty good at fighting it.
Do you like Ricochet Trap in this matchup?
No.
Okay, he's bringing them in.
It's very intuitive to bring them in.
Because it's a blue counterspell deck.
Because it's a blue counterspell deck.
But you don't want it.
It's going to make sure that some of your spells resolve more if they cost one more, but that's not super-duper relevant. I think that it's a lot better against some of the more damage-based control decks. Anything that's trying to do both counterspells and bolts, but even still, I don't know, I'm actually probably taking them out to go up into, like, another Shatterstorm or something like that.
Yeah.
I've just been trying to test them out, and against some of these decks, I don't know, it's just not overly thrilling.
Looks like 3 Molten Rain and the 2 Ricochet Traps.
I like the Molten Rains,
He's
actually.
cutting an Anger,
the Stormbreath Dragon, all 3 of them.
All 3 Stormbreath Dragons and Anger, and it looked like a Magma Jet.
Yeah, the Magma Jet doesn't hit a whole lot. I can actually pretty agree with that one. The Stormbreath Dragon's not incredible, not bad, but if you're not looking to race, then that's not really what you want. Is Monkey Grow on the tapped out page? It is not. So Monkey Grow is a Delver deck that also really capitalizes on Tarmogoyf and Hooting Mandrills. It's really looking to basically reduce its card advantage in hand, trying to use a lot of spells that only fill up its graveyard, trying to really recapitalize from the hand to using the graveyard as a resource.
So you'd say it's growing its graveyard to cast a monkey.
Basically. And it's actually a little bit interesting, because you would think, and it's very intuitive, that Hooting Mandrills and Tarmogoyf don't go in the same deck. But in this deck, what you're trying to do is fill up your graveyard so much and selectively use these delving targets to really enable that a bit more. And since you're filling up your graveyard, you get to use Snapcaster Mage. But yeah, you're dumping cards like Disrupting Shoal pretty freely into your library.
Into your graveyard, yeah.
Yeah, into your graveyard.
So we might want to give Tyrell a win and reset their life totals.
It does seem likely that we're
lovely
going to do
new
that.
overlay.
It's true. I have to agree with you there. So, it's very close to Rug Delver, but realistically, it's probably a bit more of like Rug Monkey.
Yeah.
Like, it's really looking to land one
the
of
Monkey
those.
Rug.
Those are the key cards for it. Big differences is it's not running Young Pyromancers.
Yeah.
Which is fairly common.
Fairly common for Temur Delver in the current modern version, or the most recent one at least, that was doing well that Todd Anderson played.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So Monkey Grow is a janky brew then? Interestingly enough, no. I would not call it a janky brew. In fact, it's probably the latest in a long line of grow decks. The first one being Aggro, probably the most... In fact, that was probably the most relevant one, the Quirion Dryad deck.
Yeah. Quirion Dryad deck.
To where you would just cast a bunch of different, just cantrips, really trying to aggressively turn this small creature into a large creature through the value of your spells. Delver really plays into that strategy well, and that's kind of the direction that it went. The big issue is that there's usually just, at least within the context of Modern, normally the spells aren't high impact enough. But if you can go for that, and again, you kind of trade those resources in hand pretty actively to protect those creatures, they can close out the game really fast. A 4/4 on turn 2, or a 4/5 on turn 2, they're not really things to scoff at.
Definitely true. So yep. Tyrell fetching and shocking here, not really respecting a Blood Moon. It's very possible he just has he has a Mana Leak in hand, so he's going to be able to handle a Blood Moon next on turn 3 if he wants to.
And a Disrupting Shoal.
Yep.
Blue Baron, That is true. Cruelest of ultimatums. It's going well. How about you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Excellent. Well, how's everyone out there doing? Wow.
Had an interesting day at work. You know.
Did you?
You know how it go.
I don't. I didn't go to work today.
Oh. Why not?
I'm working next Monday, so I took today off. And normally that would be my Monday off.
Ah.
So, a lightning bolt point
Got
at
it.
that. Getting rid of a stubborn denial to cast this Disrupting Shoal, how does that make you feel? I'm not...
I don't like it, especially since now he's going to get Blood Mooned out.
Does he have no other lands in hand?
He has no other lands.
Okay. So,
And-
actually, I kind of understood it on the hand, because otherwise, if I had another mana source, really the...
Delver's going to transform.
Because otherwise, that Charm Move is looking much better than the... But the Insectile Aberration is so vulnerable right now. I'll be curious to see how this ends up going. There is a castable Lightning Bolt, though. He drew the Lightning Bolt, and he does have a Mountain.
Yep. Logan can ultimately punish Tyrell here
Oh, no,
by
Molten
just...
Rain.
Yeah, Molten Rain him.
Oh my god.
Get ya.
Cast the Lightning
Tyrell's
Bolt
going to
first.
bolt him. Yep. So down to 14 falls Logan, and down to 15 falls Tyrell.
But is this going to be enough? There's a very distinct clock.
He's got an anger in him.
You're right. Tyrell chains together a Disrupting Shoal.
Get ya.
Oh, him 6786. It's good to see you.
Anger.
Everybody,
Get
get
that
the
Delver out
get
here.
those blue Blood Moon emotes going.
Yeah.
It's time.
There's a moon on the horizon. Or something like that.
Close enough. I'll give it to you.
Hey, look. Island Delver of Secrets.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go with that.
Scred. No,
No,
that's,
that's a Ricochet
trap. And that looks
Funnily,
really bad
funnily
right
enough,
now.
he can actually just hardcast it though, and he might.
Yeah, but he did sideboard out a Magma Jet and an Anger of the Gods for those Ricochet traps.
It's true,
So
I'm
that would
okay
be
with taking out
helpful
the
right
Magma
now.
Jet.
And there's the other Ricochet trap.
but the anger is pretty solid. Still, that Ricochet trap changed the target spell.
And Logan's at 8.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hate to die to that.
Yeah. Down to 5. Hey, another Blood Moon. Gotcha. You can't beat me. I have Blood Moon.
I mean, Tyrell can't burn though,
Tyrell
So
cannot cast a burn spell.
so you've got that chance going for you at least.
Take 3. Alright.
Actually, he is at 15.
Lightning bolt it. You can't. You can't. You can't. He can't.
It has a single target. He can redirect it to itself.
But it does not have converted mana cost 1.
Oh.
Hey, Logan, Ricochet Trap doesn't have converted mana cost 1. The way that Disrupting Shoal works, it checks converted mana cost to the spell it is trying to counter.
If it helps,
It's not a legal target.
if it helps, Tyrell's at 15.
Yeah, but
So redisrupting Joel. It's if it's converted mana cost. Is
Oh, is it
Oh,
target?
is it if?
if it is.
Our bad.
Oh, okay, never mind. My bad. Disrupting Shoal is if. That's my
Our bad. Fun fact.
What's the fun fact?
I think Tyrell's at 15.
How? He is at 15.
Yep.
2 from the...
From the Molten Rain.
Tyrell, quick thing though, you should be at 15 from the Molten Rain.
No, it was a mountain when I killed it.
It's still a non-basic land.
But it was also
It's not a basic. It becomes a non-basic land.
It becomes
still,
a mountain.
it is still a non-basic land. It is just a mountain now. It's,
You may exile a blue card, counter target spell if its converted mana cost is X.
Yep.
Today we learned. High five for learning. But unfortunately, Logan's still not in a fantastic position. So Tyrell is at the mercy of his draws.
Yeah.
Logan, on the other hand...
Well, he's got a cough now.
Ooh. Oh,
Before I
sweet.
forget.
Tell Dylan thank you. Other Dylan. That was Dylan.
Other Dylan.
All right, and we're gonna go for a Gitaxian Probe. I love it.
No, you don't Ricochet trap that.
Please do. Please do.
Ricochet trap it.
No.
Look at your own hand.
Well, because now this means that if Tyrell happens to get like a mountain, Logan can redirect that. I'm gonna hold on to that in my hand forever.
Look, a mana leak. That's a nice draw.
Oh
Yeah. Logan is at 2, so if
no, he made the shoal target the trap.
yeah,
He made the shoal target the Ricochet trap.
Yeah, so the Disrupting Shoal targeted the Ricochet Trap. Ricochet Trap resolved, and then made it target it, and then it wasn't there, so Shoal just goes away.
Yep.
Yeah, so Disrupting Shoal says if the card has
Same as
Converted
it's like Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast.
Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast. All right, Lightning Bolt. I'm going to send that back at your face instead. You're going to go to 4, and you're going to die to a Koth.
Wow. Logan almost died to a Delver after his opponent had no lands. Almost no lands on the field. Tyrell almost kills Logan. And by the way, we should just make a quick point here.
Mm-hmm.
We did doubt the Ricochet Trap, and that card single-handedly won this game.
That's true. That doesn't mean that it's a good choice.
But it means we should give it better consideration.
But it doesn't mean it's a good choice.
It did two very relevant things, and both of them were things that would happen throughout the game decently often. I agree that
even a blind dog finds a bone once in a while, TJ.
I don't have a dog, Bryce, so that it doesn't work. Oh, man. Ooh, someone got hit.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm guessing it wasn't friendly?
It was...
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so Game 3. Game 3, how do you feel about this one lining up?
Game 3, I think that with Tyrell on the play, being able to possibly counter a Blood Moon on the way down, that kind of thing, we'll see.
Oh, man.
Does Scred play Stuffy Doll?
Nope.
Nah.
Nope. Oh, just a purge. Okay. I'm still not thrilled with the card in the matchup, but I think that it's worth consideration. I think, especially against like Disrupting Shoal, which is a pretty key card. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that it's worth more consideration. I will say that I think that it's less good here than it would be against other situations. Sure, I agree with that. But I was going with it because like I ended up testing Ricochet Trap against Grixis Delver, and I found that it was awful in that one.
Okay.
Because, like, Kolagron's command, 2 targets. A lot of things in that deck had more targets, and they're not very heavy in these counter spells.
Yeah, I mean, I guess...
This one has a lot more. I think this one has more life targets,
in a matchup that your opponent is playing Disrupting Shoal, it kind of becomes akin to Legacy, where people are playing Force of Will, and so you play Misdirection as another Force of Will for their Force of Will.
So
Scredja.
I think it deserves a bit more attention than at least I initially gave it. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm
Disrupting Shoal. I'm gonna take care of that Scred.
Honestly, I'm probably okay with this. This Delver isn't guaranteed to do anything, and now you just got rid of 2 cards out of Tyrell's hand in a deck that doesn't, card draw very well.
Doesn't card draw very well?
Sure. Sure. So Tyrell's going to drop down that second land. Not a whole lot of action from him yet. Another land from Logan, and into a Mind Stone. Looks like a relic.
It's a good turn.
I would actually start activating this relic.
Oh, yes.
Interestingly enough, normally you go end step relic, right? But
yeah, basically against the Monkey Grow deck, you just want to activate it as often as you can.
Exactly. Anything where you're expecting that Delve mechanic, you actually start proactively activating it on your turn, because Delve can't be responded to. Might be the CrossFit gym.
That's probably what it is. It's just a whole bunch of rumbling, and I was like, what?
Did you know that the winter storm coming our way has gotten a name?
Really?
Yeah. It's Caly. It's C-A-L-Y. The one that's hitting us tomorrow. What is Monkey Grow? Monkey Grow is kind of it's a deck that's trying to fill up its graveyard. It's in Rug colors, or the Teamer colors, and it's trying to accelerate into large Tarmogoyfs and or Hooting Mandrills early on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying for you, Tyrell. I'm trying for you.
I believe, by my count, that has been explained 5 times now.
I'm trying for him. So, we're down to 16 on Logan's side of the battlefield. Tyrell currently at 18.
Alright.
So, with this relic, actually, Logan's doing pretty okay. He's got a Mind Stone to start accelerating like a... I think that I like the Koth here. I'm sorry, Pia and Kieran, and then Koth next turn.
Yeah.
Because this is going to go to the board. Tyrell can't actually attack very well. No red mana, by the way. That should be noted. Because he's not going to be able to take down any of these Thopter tokens. Mm-hmm. Now, these two, he's absolutely going to...
Plus, it makes sense to save the Koth for next turn, because Tyrell did reveal a Stubborn enough.
Yes, that's a great point.
Transform the Delver, so...
That's a great point. Still forcing the name?
TJ is not forcing the name.
Tyrell asked me to try. I'm going to respect his wishes. I'm trying. No query on Drad. It's just Tarmogoyf and Hooting Mandrills. What is that?
Is that? That's the red enchantment.
Is that the Moonlight one?
Oh no, that's...
Huh.
That's the whatever of Mogus.
Spite of
Spite
Mogus?
of Mogus.
Is it really? Equals the
Yeah.
number of instants or sorceries in your graveyard?
So he had one, so he was able to kill a Thopter. And get in there for 3 more.
Yeah, actually, I would take the 3 this turn and play the Koth next turn and make sure to protect it. A Spite of Mogus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Good call.
Thanks, Doro.
Oh, man. You know why he messed up?
Why?
He could have targeted Logan with the Relic of Progenitus, or he could have targeted Tyrell with the Relic of Progenitus, and possibly gotten rid of the Disrupting Shoal.
There were 2 cards in there. If
I
Tyrell
mean-
had been smart, knowing that his spell was going to resolve.
It's likely. I agree.
Yeah.
So, it looks
So
like...
decides to attack and then throw the Thopter at the Delver.
Which is actually really aggressive.
He just really doesn't want to be attacked by that flying dude.
No, I think he's had enough of the Delver beats from letting them live a little bit
And
too
now
long.
Logan does have double relic going.
He's got Double Relic, which is going to be a house against this deck. He's also got this Koth, if he decides to, and that was a Molten Rain.
Yeah.
Do you cut off? Actually, I cut off green. I would fire off red.
Yeah,
green mana.
I think going for the... You do have to make sure that you play land.
Mm-hmm. Shade of Hades, congratulations
Good
on the
to
new
hear.
TV. Hopefully we look lovely.
And or not.
Sure, that too. Hey, look, a cold-hearted Sith.
Alright, so he does remember that there was a Stubborn Denial in Tyrell's hand. And that does take out the Breeding Pool, taking Tyrell down to 13 and going to get attacked for 2.
I think
Down to
this
11.
makes... Actually, the Koth looks significantly better in this situation as well, because of the lack of green mana. All the big hitters in this deck really function off of that. You've got Hooting Mandrills, you've got Tarmogoyf, you've got... Actually, is there even anything else? I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope, not really. That's pretty much where...
So Logan, again, waiting to end step these relics. Had Tyrell drawn a green mana source, he would have been able to cast Hooting Mandrills
This turn?
before Logan was able to get him
With the relics.
with the relics, yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually a big reason to kind of go for these proactive relics. Now, there appears to maybe be some counter magic. Is Logan sitting on one of these Ricochet traps, though?
I don't think so.
Because that would be bold of
Looks-
bold.
But yeah, looks like Koth is going to resolve. Going to make a 4/4 and get in for 6. 2-turn clock.
Now, how do you feel... Actually, there's almost no haste in this deck, is there?
Not that I know of.
I don't think there is. So I think that this is probably the right play. Reducing it from a 3-turn clock into a 2-turn clock seems really relevant when you're racing against that green mana more than anything.
Oh, maybe has a question for you. It appears.
Check. No, but see if Dylan still owes me. I'll just buy sleeves if you wanna I need to re-sleeve it anyway.
So just get more red KMC hypermats.
Yeah, none of those dragon shields.
Yeah, don't do what Coleman did.
Garbage cards. No, actually, the dragon shields are sweet. I've actually been testing them on an EDH deck for it.
And boom, Logan takes it down the scred.
Yeah. So that was kind of the expected outcome, but got there in a very unexpected way. That got a lot of back and forth for me.
Mm-hmm.
There was that way, and then there was that way, and then, like...
That is the definition of back and forth.
Absolutely, I would agree, especially since I gestured both left and right. But I just gotta say, that was a pretty sweet one. Logan, I don't know. I will say that I'm more convinced. I'm less unconvinced with the Ricochet traps than I was.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's fair.
Anyway, we've probably got more time for more magic. So let's go ahead and head on up, have some fun, and we'll see what we can find for y'all. I'll see you up there.
Yep.
Hello and thank you for joining. My name's TJ and I'm joined today by Bryce. We're sitting here at Geek Fortress, which is located in Snohomish, Washington, which of course you can find some of that inventory and order cards through geekfortressgames.com. Always feel free to support that stream. You can also see our schedule down below, but we stream 4 times a week here. That's right, 4 times a week I get to sit back here, hang out with all of you, some of my favorite people and amazing people in the world. Yeah, you guys are all rock stars, but every Monday at 6:30, we play some of that sweet standard. We've also got Wednesdays at 7 and Saturdays at 6. We've got Modern, and on Fridays at 7:30, we've got Legacy. That's right, all kinds of fun all the time, and always more streaming to be done. Also, keep an eye out. I'm going to be solidifying my schedule, and there is a decent chance that we'll be doing a Legacy GPT next Saturday during the midday as well. All times are, of course, Pacific time. Thank you to whoever ordered pizza for the store. Wonderfully kind of you, and I really appreciate it. It's awesome. So thank you. It's awesome having you all here, and we're going to get more magic for you. Bryce is out there trying to find a match. In the meantime, let me go ahead and ask you all a question. You're all pretty incredible and supportive and all those things, and of course, always feel free to hit that follow button and join us more in the future, and consider subscribing to this channel. You get access to some sweet emotes that we're currently working on adding some more to the repertoire, but also you get to help contribute to this stream. We're currently using the funds as they come into doing upgrades on the stream and trying to kind of equalize with a lot of stuff that we've bought over the course of this year. We are getting ready to head into the 14th month of streaming. Right now we're in... Oh man, we're actually pretty close to it. So it's been a wild ride, an amazing ride, and I can't wait to do it more. Thank you so much to anybody who's been a part of that, from just viewing, watching, following, commenting. Then of course, Todd, now you... Todd's finally getting me back. Todd's finally getting me back with that gas. Alright, you earned it. You earned it. I hope you had a great day, and I hope you're feeling better. But thanks so much for joining. And hello to Justin. Yes, this Saturday. This Saturday. So, thanks everybody for joining. And of course, how many rounds tonight? It's going to be 4 rounds tonight. JM Slamson. It's going to be 4 rounds of Modern tonight, as we do every Wednesday. We've got in the mid-20s for players out there, but on these weekdays we try and limit it a little bit just to give us a chance to actually sleep.
Sleep is fun.
Nice! Good job, Todd.
Nice.
So, tell me a little about what we've got out there.
So out there facing the wall is going to be Ian Price.
Ooh, okay.
And he's up against Mr. David Bradbury. They are going into game 2. Ian got game 1.
Okay.
Esper Narset, I guess.
Okay, so Esper Narset. Everyone's getting new screens. No kidding. So, Ian on Kiki Horde, fairly conventional deck. The deck that was championed by Jeff Hoogland. Yep. I think most people are aware of that deck. So the deck that people may not be aware of, and also what game are they going into?
Game 2, Ian got game 1.
Okay. So David is on something a little bit unusual. This is an Esper control deck running Narset. Now, this was not his own work. This was inspired by a deck that, for those of you who have been paying attention, a deck which has gotten some 5-0s, has gotten some FNM wins, by someone by the name of Francesco. Is that right?
Something like
Francisco?
that. Francisco something.
But they've been doing pretty decently with it, running Narset. So it is running some Batterskull. It's running a pretty decent control package, fairly basic, a little bit proactive, even main board some Supreme Verdicts. I have to assume that those weren't found in game 1. So we'll see what we've got, and we'll head on and yeah, let's just see what we get. This should be interesting. Let's do it. All right, so these players are.
What do you think? Kiki and Narset, I guess.
I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
For the cards.
Ah, dang it! You're right. How about that one?
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, that looks good. And
it should just be.
I was thinking actually that.
Okay, I like that too.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. Can you link their page? Oh, did you find who it was? Yes.
Then feel free.
If you found the person, then please do. That's pretty impressive if you did. Huh. So David's going to be on the play. Now he is running... Man, that art is so pretty. But he is running Esper Charm. He is running some Dismember. He's running a pretty decent removal package. Not a lot of counter spells.
Yep, basically the only creatures in the deck are a few Snapcaster Mages. He may get more post-board, I don't know for sure.
You follow the group? What group? Now I'm confused.
Is there just some Esper Narset group out there that we don't know about? Because that would surprise me.
Would it really?
It would. I did not know Esper Narset was such a thing. David sent me a message today. He was like, hey, do you have Blessed Alliances? I was like, yeah.
That's true. 3 mainboard Blessed Alliance. Not very good against this deck, though.
Not great.
Having them sacrifice one of their 1,000 Restoration Angels, while it does reduce the damage, don't get me wrong, 3 life is 3 life. It's just not quite as much as you need.
It's 4 life.
Fair enough. It's a 3/4. No, it's not. Yeah, it is.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Franny made the deck group for the deck. Is this why Maeve was mentioning Franny? Why does oh
Maeve
no,
didn't mention that.
Blue Baron did. Okay, what?
Maeve was just right above it and has the same color name, so it confused you.
Oh my goodness. Alexis Bros, I'm sorry to hear that, but at least I'm glad that you're having fun playing Hearthstone. That's important.
Hearthstone's a fine game.
Oh, he meant that you can gain 4 life? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was thinking that you actually just make them sacrifice a creature. That way they don't have it anymore.
Well, you could just do both. Gain 7 life, essentially.
Wow.
And if you have 2 flyers, you can untap them, block 2 more.
Narset is a below-radar walker of ridiculous power versus control. Sure.
This
I will
isn't a
say that
control deck,
Narset
though.
is very good against control. That still makes it pretty awful in Modern.
You've been
Truthfully.
playing for 22 years and now you're giving up?
That's the one, Francisco Neomati. That's exactly who
Yep.
he's talking about. This deck was inspired by them. That's it. That's pretty sweet. All right. You all figured it out for us. I'm pretty impressed.
Boom.
We'll have to tell David. We mentioned it, and everybody in chat was like, yeah, we know who that is.
Yeah, because David has been like, well, I mean, if anybody asks, it's based off of one from this person. We were like, okay.
I said, let's take the name down just in case.
Just in case.
To give
so
credit.
We know what's happening. Hey, why not, right?
Brilliant. All right, so we've got a Polluted Delta getting fired off right quick. And, ooh, do you see that? There's an Ensnaring Bridge coming in out of the board.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I mean, when you're making a bunch of 1/1 spirits with Lingering Souls, and, well, I guess it's either Bird or Voice. You might take the Court of Calling.
Nymphony X! Thank
Thanks
you
for the
so
sub.
much. You
3
subscribed
months
for
in a
3
row.
months in a row? We've only
That-
been partnered for 2.
They may have done a 3-month sub.
I'm okay with that. Thank you so much. It's awesome having you. You are a rock star. Let's get some hype in the chat. But yes, those are white border birds, actually. Oh, thank you so much, Nymphony X. That is so awesome. Okay, so we've got... Go Kentogo!
2 months in a row.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And 2 months is so exciting. You're amazing. And everyone's amazing. And
David does take Bird's Paradise.
it's so cool. Thank you, everybody. That's 3 of our, hopefully 5 for the day. I've set a goal for us of 5 subs per stream.
Yep.
And, oh my goodness. That's so awesome. Thank you. And look at Todd bringing the
That's a lot
thunder.
of bolts. That's like probably enough to just end a game.
Hold on. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's
that is.
it's
That's how I like it.
it's more than what? 7?
I like your math skills.
My
So,
math skills are so on point right now. Don't be stupid. 47.
Thank
with the
you.
sub 2 months in a row. Thanks for joining
that's
us again.
so awesome. Thank you so much.
4.
We really appreciate it. I might have to re-up the goal again. Cold-Hearted Sid, thanks for hitting that follow button. It's great having you. You've been joining us in the chat. I hope that you've been enjoying the show. And, yeah, join us for the future ones. We do this 4 times a week. But we've got a Flooded Strand. Ian does have access to Down the Ways using that Court of Calling. He also has a Voice of Resurgence, isn't that right?
Yeah, he does have voice, so that's what he's going to be fetching for is White Source. Looks like Temple Garden.
I love these.
Go to 17.
I love these pigeon-toed lands.
Tap like this.
Look at this sub-hype. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Tom's going to light me on fire again.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
I earned that. So I have to think that he only took the Birds of Paradise so that he can use the Path to Exile on this Restoration Angel. Because that just seems like the... Ooh.
Well, we're glad that you can join us for however long you can.
Famous for turtles. I've heard about you. You're the one with the turtles, right? Thanks so much for joining. It's great.
TJ, come on. That was just like a softball that just got lobbed up there and you just kind of bunted. There's so much more you could have done with that.
Nymphoni, I'm sorry, but I hope you have a great night. Oh, man. You think it's about people's hype? My hype is high. So hopefully I'm helping. C-.
Yeah, like I said, you just kind of like bunted.
That was so good.
Tossed a nice one right over the plate and just...
Why? They're famous for their turtles.
There's so much more you could have done with it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So. Fame. Wow.
See?
Huh.
Give it a B+.
Thanks, Todd. Alright, so. Ian, he does have an Ahiri that could come down this
He
turn.
does have an Ahiri that could come down this turn. You are correct.
Thank you. I was wondering about that, but hearing it from you just makes a lot of sense. The Alpha XY, it's good, too.
But just gonna cast Eternal Witness and get back the Court of Calling instead.
Interesting. Path to Exile possibly getting fired off there? Didn't you just fire off a Narset?
but-
I'm not sure. I
yeah.
might just go with the Narset. That loyalty count is high.
Alright. We see Narset.
Is it that one?
Yep.
God, that card's so meh.
Who plays that card? No one.
That's exactly where I'm at. But you know what?
Literal nobody.
6 loyalty to start off with a big old plus ability. That you look at the top card of your library. If it's in non-creature, non-land, you reveal it and put it into your hand. Battle School becomes a really nice tool for that. Just to toss out that quick thought. But
Yeah.
with the amount of lands on there, I would say that there's maybe, let's say, just over 50% hits.
David aggressively fetching basics here. He, I think, 15, 14 life totals.
I think that possibly he's being particularly afraid of a Magus of the Moon. Yeah, I would say that that's probably where he's at. Yeah, I imagine so, Todd. You had a pretty good night.
And look at that, Narset didn't draw a card.
Surprising.
Who could have guessed?
Must be land on top.
Or a Snapcaster Mage.
I'm not really sure. Like, attacking for 2 with this seems okay, but not super productive. I think this is Ian revealing a little bit of his intentions for this game. I think that he's saying that I intend to combo you out. I'm not looking to grind this game out. But he's also maybe just respecting the fact that that -9 is not nothing. It shuts down Cord entirely. We did hit a land off of this.
Oh, you saw nothing.
It looks like David is actually revealing a little bit of his allegiance early on.
He just wants to be like, we're gonna have a nice alliance here. It'll be blessed. Oh, look, I drew a Supreme Verdict.
Alright, so that's not a bad draw. It's not... Here's the big
But I'm
problem.
gonna show you that I drew it, because Narset made me.
Yes.
Can't cast it this turn.
Alexis Bros, that's awesome. That's super cool. Congratulations on being the graphic designer. Actually, David is ours. He's actually working on something like this.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited now.
Me too. I'll tell you the conversation that Dylan and I had earlier. It was like, what do you think of these? I was like, no.
No.
Can we do something like this? Maybe. So we contacted them, and basically we have to do it. And so David might be able to toss something together.
Okay.
Yeah. Super vague. But it made sense. Needs to. I really hope
Quick and
Maeve's not
verdict,
watching the
that'd be
chat
great.
right now. Maeve doesn't need to hear more people advocating
There's a
for
Path
quick
to
and-
Exile going to take out the Raging Ravine.
I like that a lot. That was probably the most intimidating thing on the battlefield. This
It
Narset,
doesn't even have Intimidate.
going for the +1 and then taking 2 each turn isn't that bad. It's still
Yeah.
gonna work for the next 3 turns,
Yeah,
4 turns
long
even.
time.
So David isn't really that worried about that, and in the meantime, he's potentially drawing cards. He's not taking damage himself, and that's a really big point for him. This is a deck that does not want to end the game in the early game. Cold-Hearted Sith. It's probably 7 loyalty. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, usually it's going to come down in plus.
I agree. That loyalty is actually pretty ridiculous.
I mean,
It's
unless you're
best
casting
trait.
it on like turn 5, you can play it, minus it, path their thing on your next upkeep, path another thing. So
Todd gives you a B+. uh. Oh, Todd. Okay, so it looks like we've got another land on the battlefield. Never would have guessed that in a control deck.
I mean, like maybe.
Okay, Narset's being awesome. Narset's being awesome.
Narset is working fairly well.
Mm-hmm. So, we have got... Yeah, I think he actually is a big fan of that
And
plans.
yep, just gonna get rid of this. Get rid of this Ewit.
Pretty aggressive. I think he's
it's
just
an
trying to save
aggressive
the
use.
instant speed. And unfortunately, he couldn't actually play that in a different way. I was thinking he should have left with white mana, but he couldn't. His hand is so loaded to the top, though. Ian's been doing almost nothing with his turn. And I think he's got a pretty impressive suite of cards in his hand currently. He's also got a backup Supreme Verdict and a Blessed Alliance.
Mm-hmm. So he could Court of Calling for 3 if he wants to go get another Ewit.
Sure.
That seems fine, because you just Ewit, get back your Cord.
It wasn't even a 1-for-1, to be honest with you, because he got back cord with it. So it was actually a 0
Yeah,
for
it
1.
was essentially a 0 for 1. Or it was a 1 for 2.
I mean, however you want to call it.
It was
Sure.
a 2 for 1 for Ian.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Pia and Kieran.
Which is better than a 2. Moika with the resub hype!
Nice.
Thank you so much. That brings us to 5 for the day, which means it's our goal. But,
Stretch goal, let's get to 10.
yeah. We have stopped since getting deck lists. But thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. That means the world to us. All of that helps. All of that's amazing. All of it helps us do what we want to do, which is improve this stream for you. If it sounds like I'm rhyming, it's because I am. And you know why? It's because I care.
But that didn't rhyme. You said, like, if it sounds like I'm rhyming, it's probably because of the timing. That's what you probably should have gone with. But,
Well, if it sounds like I don't care, it's just because I want to share the words that we have with the world. I want to bear myself open.
Okay, TJ. Sure.
What? Can you not see from the glare of the spotlight that is the Fortnites?
You're probably right. I just can't see. It's so much
That's right.
glare.
I'm on a tear. You just sit there right now in your chair and listen.
That's it. I'm out of air.
You don't even know what you're missing.
Go ahead. Nah, that's fair.
Alright, so all of them is
Nobody knows J.M. Stamson.
So, the...
Slamson? Slamson. No one knows J.M. Slamson.
Fair enough, I can take this. Stop.
You know I have 0 power here.
They're still sandbagging me on those scores. Ah, see? We're quite the pair.
Run too.
So, another Supreme Verdict terrible.
It was tear.
Alright.
Terrible.
You know what? I'm gonna say bad thing. I'm gonna say stupid stuff sometimes. Can you just accept that?
I mean...
I thought that was part of the charm.
How did he tap the... Windswept Heath?
We should probably ask him.
He had mana for it, but...
Hey, Ian, did you mean to fetch with that Windswept Heath to tap it?
I mean, I left another one.
Yeah, you had mana up, so it was like, maybe that's what he meant.
What'd you say? Loose and sloppy.
Loose and sloppy.
That's how we're playing today.
Just getting it done.
Oh man,
That's true. You could just
I
call
don't
the
advocate
store
for that.
and tell Dylan to come back here. No, he wouldn't walk that far. Never mind.
Nope.
Never mind. It
Not
wouldn't
worth
work.
it.
He'd be like,
Okay,
He might go into the chat and be like, TJ, stop, and then TJ wouldn't stop anyway.
I bargained for creative control.
I know you did.
Alright, so we've got the Restoration Angel, which is just sitting as a wall right now, not doing a whole lot of work. The
No,
big
the
thing right now
wall
is
is
that
the wall.
Ian, I was talking about the wall. I said the wall woman's just sitting as a wall.
I thought you said the Restoration Angel.
No, good try though.
I misheard.
That's okay. It's okay. The Restoration Angel needs to apply pressure to this Narset, because the longer this goes, but, thing to keep in mind, David has got mana for this this Celestial Colonnade.
Surgical. Gonna hit Path to Exile.
Unfortunately, it does mean revealing the cards in hand, because he also actually had the ability to cast this Blessed Alliance. Both of these great ways to protect this Narset. David is now more than anything looking to draw this protection spell. He might just use the Colonnade if he can, because using that means that he still has the Blessed Alliance. He can start handling more things in the following turns, possibly even block and use a Blessed Alliance in the future. Things like that. If he can get this Narset ult off, it won't be nothing. It won't be a lot, but it won't be nothing.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the Colonnade is a good way to take on this Nahiri. Or to pressure it, at least.
No. David's Nahiri can protect it. Or David's Colonnade can protect it from the Restoration.
I'm talking about the Nahiri.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like a great way to pressure the Narset.
What is that tapped land? It is a Teleria West.
Yes. Which is basically an island now.
Yeah. Alright, an attack. Interesting.
Does Ian have a path open?
He does have mana to cast Path, but it looks like Colonnade's going to be able to just block here.
Or did he just forget about it?
He may have not realized Colonnade was there. Like he said, fast and sloppy.
Or does he have a Orzhov Pontiff in hand that he's going to cast?
Getcha!
Doesn't look like it.
No, this looks like a Kasali Brent.
Oh no.
Awkward.
Oh no. This is the post Mana Leak land drop.
It's like, meh.
Oh. Unfortunately, the Blessed Alliance would. Oh my goodness! And to back it up, he just drew into Lingering Souls.
That's a good way to protect your.
Now, if Ian does
Narset.
still have the Orzhov Pontiff, which may have actually come out for the post board games, but
Very true.
But if he still has it, then that becomes a really nice tool against this. Huh. Interesting. So, what else have?
Wow.
This is
I mean, it's like that experiment where you put someone in a waiting room, and then in the like the receptionist has a thing that beeps, and at the beep, everybody stands up. Eventually, that person will just be like, "Okay, standing up," and then you just have people leave, and new people come in, and people keep standing up, and it's hilarious. They have no idea why they're standing; they're just doing it.
Huh. Interesting.
Did he attack Ian and not the...
Yes. David's just looking to close this game out.
Didn't attack the Nahiri?
He also didn't cast the Lingering Souls. A lot of things happened in that turn, which I don't fully understand. Honestly, I think what David might be under this assumption of is Ian has been focusing all of his resources on David. David hasn't taken a damage in, I don't know, 6-7 turns?
Yeah.
Like some absurd number. He was also able to add to that Restoration Angel. Though there's another one in hand by the look of it. Maybe his thought is just...
There's a cord, at least. And yeah, there is another Restoration Angel.
He can actually resto, and then the next turn he can cord into the Kiki Jiki.
That's what he's looking at. Or he can...
And David currently can't do anything about it.
He can also Nahiri into Kiki-Jiki.
True. Absolutely true. Okay.
Rebound and Flashback. The card's going into exile anyway.
No, because you actually... Vebbing, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Flashing back, it exiles it as part of the cost, I believe. So it wouldn't actually have the time to exile, is that correct? Because it's after the resolution that it exiles for Rebound.
Yeah, Rebound only works from your hand. It's when you cast it from your hand.
Oh, that's just part of the text on it?
Yep.
Okay, got it. I was going to say that I thought it was just resolves exile, and since flashback is exile to resolve to even be put onto the stack, that it wouldn't work.
Alright, an attack for 3 with Ixali Prime Mage gets stopped by a Blessed Alliance. J Gross 18 with the 2-month resub.
Thank you so much! That's so awesome! Thank you, everybody! Your subs matter, and it means
so Resto
the world
was
to
able
us.
to come down.
Thanks, J Gross 18. You're a rock star. Everyone's a rock
David
star.
just draw into the Ensnaring Bridge.
I think he did.
He just Narsetted into the Ensnaring Bridge.
All right, David.
Oh man! So you
get-
cast Ensnaring Bridge, you cast Lingering Souls.
Kasali Prime Mage.
Oh, that's true. You need to kill that Prime Mage
Yes,
right
you
now.
do.
Well, there's a Snapcaster. Verdict.
Snap Verdict.
That seems decent.
That seems plus. And then what's he got access to? Oh wait, hold on. But he's gonna cord here.
Gonna go get a Selfless
That's
Spirit.
a Selfless Spirit.
Yep.
And this is a win. Selfless Spirit win.
Yep. Yep.
I
And so David's going to scoop it up because he knows he's dead.
think he yeah, but you need to answer both of those. Man, that's
Fetch,
tricky.
go get a green source, but yep.
That's tricky.
Yep.
Going... Ah, man. Yep. Selfless Spirit is quite the card.
It is indeed. So I guess we'll head on back up, and looks like round 2 should be getting started pretty soon here.
I believe so. I think we actually just got into turns. I was not
Or
dead.
close,
No,
yeah.
the life totals were updated. Ian just won by creating a million
Yep.
Restoration Angels.
Infinity Resto Angels.
Yep.
Infinity Angels.
So what okay. So here's what happened.
So he's continuing because he's explaining to people who are standing there watching.
Yep.
Just so you guys know.
Yep. So let's do it. We'll see you up there. And then you Kiki for the Kiki Jiki.
Yeah,
He's
you're
gonna
gonna
have a
hear
lot
for
of
the
damage.
Kiki.
A lot of damage. So we'll see you up there. Hello and thanks for joining. My name is TJ. It's good to have you all, and you are rock stars. Tebin, fair enough. You
My
can
name's
pick-
Bryce. You just skipped me.
I had to respond to Tebin.
You were just talking.
They were shouting at me.
Yeah, but like
This
I
is
didn't-
Bryce. Let's focus on Bryce for a moment. Hi, Bryce.
Hi, TJ.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
And where are you streaming from?
Geek Fortress here in Snohomish, Washington.
That's brilliant. I hope that you're enjoying that.
It's pretty great. It's pretty
Excellent. Because of these amazing people here?
great. Mostly because of them, but also because of you.
Aw, you sweetie. So we should actually have another match coming up soon as we jump
parents
into...
just went up.
Boom. Let's do it.
How about an Eric beer with a newcomer?
An Eric Mirror with
Love it. Yes.
Madcap Experiment versus Bantel Drowsy.
Love it. Actually,
Alright,
that
cool.
sounds sweet.
Alright, there you go.
Yeah, actually, that's...
I like that, man.
I like that.
Alright.
Hi, you're Ryan. Hi, Ryan. It's good to see you. It's not even... So... Infinite is not a number, it's an idea. Fair enough. You got me there. You got me there. So, oh, look at the Todd Knot Sears.
So did Dylan tell you what Eric Hasse is playing?
Yes.
Okay.
So who's where?
Eric, my brother, is facing the wall.
Okay. Thanks,
Magma
Spray.
Spray.
It's good to have you. Thanks so much for hitting that follow
And then
button.
that's how you. That's it. It's Eric with a C, and that's how you spell it.
Ooh. The battle for superiority.
So what is he on? Bantel Drowsy. Okay.
Yeah, this should be interesting. A Blood Moon deck versus Bantel Drowsy.
But this is no regular Blood Moon deck. This is Madcap Blood.
This is
This
true.
is Madcap.
Which is actually pretty much the new popular version of Blood Moon. Interesting. Interesting. Calcabouter. Why are people playing Narset? Because people saw there's a dedicated group that thinks that she has potential. David is a perpetual brewer. He found that, decided to play it. She's also got an insanely high loyalty. She's pretty good in the mirror match. And
Yeah, she's going to control mirror.
I certainly wouldn't call her good enough for Modern if it's my own personal opinion, but she's being tested. And also, Modern, if nobody was pushing forward on the different boundaries, then Modern would be actually pretty boring. Yeah. Modern would be pretty boring if there was no one pushing forward on those boundaries and just finding out for real. But also, it is a weekly event. We do this twice a week. People try things.
Yep.
So, on this side, let's just go for the art's pretty solid on it.
It is.
And on this side...
Thought not. That's just the correct answer.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and head down to round 2 of 4. We are Teen Nurse Transcendent. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, let's do it. Alright, and these players are lining up for the match. Why didn't he didn't attack Nahiri or Souls?
I agree. I don't know why he didn't attack Nahiri.
It is a little bit odd. Okay.
Yep.
Holy Diva, everything that you said is exactly how I feel.
100% true.
Brick 84. Yep.
Did we get?
I mean, I will admit the
clock
deck looks.
restarted or no?
Yeah. I will admit that the clock looks sweet. It does look the deck.
The deck looks
sweet.
Hey, the dude 226. Thanks for your
Thanks
2-month
complimenting
resub.
and insulting. Normally it's a thank you so much.
TJ, you actually look good today. That's the compliment.
Thanks, the dude. Little brutal, but thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Rydog. David actually put this together, the person who was just on camera with the Esper deck, and it is so amazing. So thank you for the sub. That's awesome. Everybody, can you get some emote hype in the chat? Start tossing them in there. Let's just go nuts for like 10, 15
drop
seconds.
blood moons. You know, that's how you drop blood moons, right? You just do this.
Neo Thinker, are you Francesco?
Maybe.
Francesco? Is that right? Hold on. Hopefully that's right. Bryce, who is Eric Donaldson?
That would be my brother.
Yes.
I didn't choose this match, to be fair.
Okay. But what have...
Yes, they are that person.
Awesome, Neo Thinker. Sweet deck. David liked your work. I'm not convinced by it, but it put up a better performance than I expected.
Oh, look, an Eldrazi Temple. Eric knows what he's playing against.
No joke.
He's going to try to get this Blood Moon down as fast as he can.
Very cool. That's awesome.
Cap and Serum Visions on the bottom.
Well, welcome to the stream. It's awesome having you.
Eric doesn't have a second land.
Why wouldn't he keep a second land?
Well, this is a mulligan to 5.
I would go to 4 before. In this deck?
He had 2 Serum Visions.
Still.
Put those on the bottom. Did he hit the second land off the visions? Nope.
So, Eric takes game 1?
Yes. My money's on Eric.
Is Blood Moon good against Bant Eldrazi?
Bant Eldrazi doesn't have another land either. So, cripple fight!
Okay, so both these players running a little bit light on their resources. Another blue source that's probably going to keep up a remand more than anything.
Yeah, a remand for the uncounterable Eldrazi spell that comes down.
Mostly just to draw.
Ooh, look!
Honestly, he's going to cast it anyway, though.
Thought Not Seer. I'm going to remand it.
It's assumed he doesn't have to specify.
You do have to say you're producing colored mana.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you do.
Nope.
With Cavern of Souls, you do.
Nope. They changed that rule.
When did they change that rule?
They changed the rule back, it was a while ago, but I actually just read the ruling on it when Wizards put it out like 2 days ago. But it's now assumed that if you are casting with it, that you are using the uncounter ability or whatever that is. You have to specify the colorless ability. Otherwise, it's assumed.
And take a blood moon.
Okay.
So Eric did get his 4th land off of the remand, because he did decide to cast it anyway.
Yep. So, yeah. There was a rules change. I forget exactly when. But basically,
I think that's terrible.
People would complain
terrible
about this.
rule.
I don't think so.
Again, personally, that's just me. I think that's a bad rule. But is what it is.
Okay. So, let's see what we have got.
Noble Hierarch.
It's a swing for 5. Anger is so good against Thought Not Seer.
But just the best.
It's so good.
If Eric can hit a red source at some point, he does have a roast.
The roast will look okay.
That is still not...
A blood moon
Still
would
no
be
red
okay.
source. Only needs a red source. That's step 1.
Hey, Black Iron Varkus, it's good to see you. Let's see. If it's your only colorless source, you won't get that? That is correct.
Oh, look, a Smasher.
That's not bad. Now, do you swing for 6 or do you swing for 9?
Pretty sure you swing for 9.
Seems reasonable.
Puts Eric down to 6, I think?
Yep, it does.
And then a Noble Hierarch and an Ancient Stirrings. This game's very over. Eric could draw a land and then have... He has Cryptic Command.
To lose
Give him a
less
turn.
dominantly?
Well, he also has Madcap Experiment. So he can fetch shock Madcap Experiment for
And I hope that
Platinum
Eric doesn't...
Empyrean and hope that Eric doesn't have a path.
That's true. I like that line. I mean, it's what you got. That's why you're running it in this deck. So, that's pretty much the best situation that we have. Does he have that in hand?
Yeah, he had Madcap Experience.
All right.
Pretty sure.
It's time to find out. Huh. Neothinker, I have no idea what core that you designed. I just know that he saw that and was inspired by it.
And Madcap Experiment.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find us a Platinum Empyrean. Any minute now. Hey, there it is.
Does count.
I will take no damage.
Yep. You go into Empyrean, it doesn't change your life total. It's generally the better one in that it doesn't die to as much removal. It's also relevant to where even if they have the path to exile, say you do this and you're still at 20, you're actually still not in any worse of a position. Basically, you just traded 1 for 1 and you got a land out of it. When you go for the Platinum Angel, it means that if they ever path it, you might just lose on that.
Mm-hmm. So, Eric doesn't have... Sorry, Eric Haas does not have a path to exile, it looks like, because otherwise he would have just cast it. So... attack.
He is running Esper Charm.
That's an 8/8. I will not block.
Sure.
If you have a path to exile, you already would have cast it. Like, that's a Drowner, I believe.
That looks like a Drowner.
Yeah,
I had no idea they made that.
That's the promo Drowner.
Yep.
Or the intro deck Drowner.
Neothinker, if you could do me a favor, I would love to read that, but this is a this is not the avenue in which it's best for me to send that. If you'd be willing to send that to me on Twitter at RedBaronMTG, or on Reddit, RedBaronMTG, or whisper it to my Twitch account, which is RedBaronMTG, I would love to see that. If you would, if you'd be willing to do that for me. Okay. So
Eric gets to roast. I might have gone for Drowner.
I think he's going for the card draw.
Yeah, you go for Thought Knot so you can draw a card. That's fair. So hits another Madcap Experiment, so he could get a second Platinum Empyrean and play next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That seems good.
Madcap is worse than regular Moon. I actually disagree.
I think I disagree. I think I like Madcap Moon.
Don't get me wrong.
Eric
I
cannot
love
fetch.
Correct. Don't get me wrong. I love Blood Moon the deck, but it's not good right now.
What's poppin'? This Madcap Experiment. That's what's poppin'.
Rick84, thank you so much for hitting that follow button.
Greatly appreciated.
Alright. Let's see there. That one. Ooh, okay, so this is actually sweet new tech. This is
the
awesome.
Talisman, yep.
I love the Talisman. This is something that who was it running it? I'm totally spacing on their name right now.
Ben Friedman.
Yes, Ben Friedman was running this, and it's basically because of Blood Moon. It taps for the colorless mana, for it can activate your Displacer, can activate your Thought Knot series, your Reality Smashers. It taps for blue and it taps for white.
Yeah,
basically,
I think it's a good addition.
This deck is actually good, TJ. Which one are you talking about?
So I think
Are you talking about
Eric
Madcap
should
Moon?
cast
I don't
the
disagree.
Madcap Experiment again.
I'm saying that I think that Madcap Moon is significantly better.
Alright, here's Madcap Experiment. Second Madcap. So I'm going to have two 8/8s.
Does
You
it-
have to deal with both of them.
Does it stop shocks though?
It does.
Yep.
You cannot pay life to put a shock land into play on tap.
It deals damage, but I think it's
Hey, look,
you
a
may do
Platinum
that,
Empyrean.
right?
Who would have guessed he would run into that? Oh. Yeah, you would have been right.
Yes! Score! I don't think that it stops shocks. Don't they deal damage?
No, you pay 2 life.
Is it? Okay, okay. They're just called shocks.
It does stop shocks and does stop fetches.
That's funny.
Because both require paying life.
That is hilarious. Alright. So, now you've got these Platinum Empyreans. He's still at 3. He's now protected against except from multiple paths. Now Eric needs to come up with what's your route to victory. That's going to be a really relevant thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, for starters, it might be waiting until you've assembled enough of your mountains to maybe double anger. I think that's where I'm at.
Well, here's 2 mana, and we've got a Snapcaster Mage. This looks like Roast, and be able to roast the Drowner here.
I would actually go for the drone.
Oh, he's going to go for Serum Visions, it looks like?
I think he's looking for those red sources. I think he's got 2 angers in hand. I
Drew
think now
a
it's
Shock Land.
find your
That
red
doesn't
sources.
do anything.
And actually, the Blood Moon is super relevant here. It turns all of these fetches into red sources.
It does.
So he's got 1 red source there, 1 there. He's got the other one there, and I think he just drew 1. This is exactly what he wants. He's going to resolve this, double cast those angers. That's going to make 6 damage across the field. His Platinum Imperiums would be the only ones to survive this, and he can just bash out the game for the rest of this.
Absolutely. All right, so there's a 3rd red source for Eric.
He is running Cryptic Command, but that's not super relevant. He can take damage all day because his life total can't change.
Yep.
Okay. Madcap Moon is the best deck no one plays in Modern. There's a lot of... Brian Ruther. Thanks for the follow. It's awesome having you. I hope that you're having a good time. Thanks to over 200 people. You're all rock stars. My name's TJ.
I'm Bryce.
We're streaming out of Geek Fortress. Be sure to join us in the future. Hit that follow button for 4 streams a week. Plus, if you have both the means and the inclination and would like to support the stream, you can also choose the option of subscribing.
Yeah, that is fair. Who said that? Brick84.
Oh, to
yeah,
finish the game.
he could just cast Cryptic Command, tap your guys, but then the Drowner is going to tap the 2 Platinum Imperiums.
Correct.
So,
See, I mean, theoretically, he can actually just
Eric
cast...
does have Electrolyze, so he could just take out the 2.
He's got an anger, doesn't he, though?
He does have an anger, yes.
So you just fire off the 1 anger, it takes out all the Noble Hierarchs, and it
Hierarchs,
takes off the
those
Eldrazi
guys,
Scions.
yeah, and then you don't attack with your 8/8s this turn.
Sure, but then you, well, unless he, yeah. So maybe you go
here's
for
a Blood
that.
Moon. I don't know why Eric tapped 2 of his red sources for the Blood Moon.
Huh. Marrow Memory MTG, thanks for that follow. It's awesome having you. You are a rockstar, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future.
So I know I complained about it being hot in the summer. It gets cold in the winter, too.
Fact.
This room is not well insulated.
Neo Thinker, I look forward to seeing where you take that deck in the lit.
Where are we located? Union Private. We are in Snohomish, Washington, here in the Pacific Northwest.
I mean, if you want to talk to another brewer, I know that she's not like the big fan of that deck, but honestly, she's brilliant to talk to about the Holy Diva. She's got the sword and the fort next to her name. She is an incredible brewer and deck builder. She's actually the creator of the Suicide Blue deck. She's incredible. I am 100% behind what both of you believe about that. Unfortunately, I am not that brewer because I don't play enough. I enjoy it. I'm much better at tweaking a deck list that I already have. That's where my skill set lies. And I don't play enough Magic to actually get that testing.
B306, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Thank you so much. It's awesome having you. Honestly, you know what? Wake you up when it's game 2, I don't think that it's that far off.
I can try to wake you up when September ends instead.
Well, Dava, I've been telling you you're incredible for a while.
Hey, look, Eldrazi Displacer. Cryptic. Getcha. Counter that, return my Snapcaster Mage.
That's
I
an
like
interesting
that.
line.
I actually like it a lot.
Just go for... I don't think that you need the Serum Visions anymore. Doesn't he have the red sources in hand? Because he's got 3 right now.
He doesn't have another red source right now. Now he does. He drew
A fetch land?
Fetch land, yeah.
Interesting.
Double anger him. Eric just said, you ready for this? Do it.
Ah.
Double anger him. Just double anger him. Do it.
Honestly, I think the double anger is just the best possible line.
Yes. Yes. Anger.
Man, that was getting weird. Let's not do
I'm
that.
gonna tap your Platinum Imperium.
Like, this is the right
I'm
call.
gonna tap your Platinum Imperium. Sure. Anger resolves.
It is holy.
Kill your guys.
It's Holy Diva, actually. Deluded Raven. Holy Diva is actually from Spain, and she did not realize that that's the...
Jenna Lee!
Jenna Lee!
Thanks for... That's a new sub. That's not even a resub.
Thank you so
New
much.
sub.
It's awesome having you. You're a rock star. Can you tell them that they're a rock star?
You're a rock star.
Rockstar. Thank you so much for the sub. We appreciate it. You're amazing. And let us know what your favorite ever Magic card is.
Favorite ever?
Sun and Moon is also super sweet. Thank you so much. But Deluded Raven, actually, she didn't realize that that's how you pronounce, like, that Diva was another,
Another term.
yeah.
And Electrolyze dealing 2 there. Eric, you do need to discard a card. Or that's countered.
Hey Eric, you need to discard a card for your Electrolyze to kill the Smasher.
That was in his hand. We can confirm.
let them. We'll let them.
Technically,
work
it's his trigger, but whatever.
it out. Okay.
And Smasher, sure.
Honestly,
I have two 8/8s.
this game
You're at 18.
this deck took a significant turn.
Oh yeah, things are. Oh yeah, he has Talisman. I was like, how did he Okay, got it.
This deck is gonna take Neo Thinker, Rogues for life for certain. I'm on the Rogues Gallery. I know that you're talking about Rogue deck building, but that's okay. Rogues Gallery is a sweet. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Keeping him honest.
We've been going with not doing anything that isn't illegal game action.
Well, I mentioned it and you pointed.
I mean, I pointed.
You pointed out there.
Oh. Regardless. It doesn't matter. This game is... I don't think that it's going to make a huge difference. Okay.
Deck list for Madcap Moon, I will have Eric tweet it. And then TJ will retweet it, I would guess.
Sure. Tag me in it. I'll retweet it. Okay. You don't know if Sun and Moon is that good? Saw it lose to Dredge at Star City? I mean... Okay. I'm assuming that that's sarcastic.
Yeah.
But...
8-ya. Or 16-ya.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a bit more.
8-ya twice. How about that? Dismember one.
I love
sure,
this.
I will take...
You're going to go to 3.
One less damage. Go
It
to
counts.
3.
It counts.
Does. It does. Snapcaster Mage can't kill him now.
It counts.
Serum Visions.
Which actually, I'm a little bit
Dawson
surprised that
Island.
he didn't attack with the Snapcaster.
Looks at a Snapcaster
Or
Mage
did that only come
and
in
an
that
Anchor.
turn?
That he cast it that turn for the roast to kill the Smasher. It is Red Baron MTG.
Same as everywhere.
Also, Doro just did the Who is TJ that has TJ's Twitter.
They call me the
Within
Red
it.
Baron. Though more commonly I'm TJ.
And boom! Platinum Empyrean. Taking this down.
Honestly?
Turns out turn 4 Platinum Empyrean, pretty good.
Like, the truth is that Eric had no business winning that game.
No, he didn't. Well, I mean,
Eldrazi came in ready to roll. It was a rockin' sockin' robot of destruction. And the only
Eric
thing
kept a
that
one-lander
happened...
on a Mold of 5.
The only thing that happened there... The only thing...
Yeah, I want to give Eric D his win.
Yes. The only thing that happened there is that he hit his 4th land drop.
and Eric Haas did not have a Path to Exile.
That's it.
That's the entirety of what happened.
Oh, man.
What is TJ short for?
I'm Thomas Jr. So, oh, man. Close. It's Red Baron MTG. I did look at it.
That's great.
Normally, please ask for permission for links first, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's fine.
Disallow. Disallow's sweet. Totally behind the Disallow hype train. That card is awesome.
Yeah, just better Void Slime.
It's just a better Void Slime. I don't think that it's modern playable because 3 is iffy and difficult, and like it doesn't even matter how good the counterspell is at 3. It needs to be more than a counterspell.
Well, see, the biggest problem is that, everybody's looking at it and it's like, oh, I get to have a Stifle. Stifle is good because it's 1 mana.
Well, yes. I think that it will be excellent, because, like, my big thing about Disallow in the context of Standard, specifically, the context of Standard is that,
This is not Standard. This is, in fact, Modern.
yes, the big problem that you have with counterspells and running too many of them is pretty historic. If you jam your deck full of counterspells, once something lands, you can't... Oh, it's all good, Neo Thinker. You're good. I haven't added, like, a stream rules thing. I need to do it eventually. We just try and do, like, this verbal reminder thing. You're all good. You've been awesome so far, so thanks for joining us. It's been really fun having you. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, counterspells.
Yes.
The counterspells that once something lands, like, in a deck of 100 counterspells and lands, assuming that you're going to always hit your land drops.
Sure.
Once they cast like 2 things on the turn, you can't counter it, you're going to lose. This card doesn't fix that problem entirely, but it takes a step in that direction. It means that you can run more of them, because this card does more than just counter spells. It can affect the board. And even if that's in a small way, it means that you can feel more confident running those because they do more. It's the same reason why, and obviously like Cryptic Command is an extreme measure in this one, but Cryptic Command is the same thing. Cryptic Command is a spell, which it's a counter spell for a lot of people's intents and purposes, but it's not. It affects the board. It affects the board in a very big way. And while this one is smaller, in the context of Standard, I think that it's going to be fine to run in decks because you can just you can do things. That's the important thing to me.
Said okay. Hello.
Oh,
Thanks for being here.
let's see. Nobody's playing Squelch or Trickbind after all? That's true. That is true. Sad LK, it's good to see you. Wait, did the Sun and Moon guy actually keep a one-land hand? He did keep a one-land hand when he went down to 5. He
Are we
went to...
talking about Sun and Moon or Blue Moon?
No, we're talking about Sun and
Sun
Moon.
and Moon, Todd's game,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. he did.
Actually, Todd messed up that game, and he's pretty open to that. So what happened is that he had one land, and he drew into another land. His intent was to go for the turn 2 Blood Moon, but he actually had the Simian Spirit Guide in hand and
So he
didn't
couldn't
cast the
play
Rest in Peace
Yeah.
because he didn't expect that his opponent was going to get the
It
turn
was a
1.
6-card hand.
Oh, okay, it was 6. Yeah. So he didn't go for it. Oh no, that's what it was. It
Would
was
keep again. Yep.
that one. Yeah,
agree.
that's what it was.
All right. So
Because I had the Simian
Brushland
Spirit
gets
Guide.
an Ancient Stirrings.
My bad,
And the
Todd.
Ancient Stirrings gets a Talisman of Progress.
John Hightide, it's good to see you.
Both players starting off with a lovely cantrip.
Yeah.
Eric looking
Scoreboard,
at a
though.
Blood Moon and a
What? That's what I
Red
need.
Roast.
That's an emote that I want. Scoreboard. Those were different
Scoreboard.
games. My bad, Todd. My bad. Okay. I'm misremembering. I suppose that happens sometimes to me.
It's just all the red mana that flows through his brain. He forgets things easily.
Yep. So, Seer Visions, both side. Honestly, one of those is significantly
Ooh,
better.
Eric
Population,
kept a
it's good to
one-land
see it.
hand, hoping to hit a land off of his Ancient Stirrings, and did not.
That's super bold. These are some greedy keeps this game.
Very, very greedy keeps.
Like, really keep. Really, really greedy. That's a really good 6, Todd. I'll give you that.
Alright, so Eric just... gosh, this is getting really...
You can just call it Banton Moon.
I'll just call it Haas and D. How about that?
Sure.
So
Hassendagen.
Haas and Doggin. Yeah, Haas did not hit a...
We've got no
did not hit a Thought-Knot Seer, so Eric's going to be able to get an island and a mountain here and cast a Blood Moon.
Keep in mind that there is a fetch available, which means now do you go for the white or do you go for the green for your basic? One of them enables your Eldrazi Displacer, and kind of importantly, it also enables your Path to Exile.
Yeah,
The
so
other one
Eric
enables no what?
With Talisman of Dylan!
Hey, Dylan with the
With
resub.
Thanks.
Thanks
Thank
so
you, sir.
much, Dylan. You're out in the front, and apparently you subbed to the channel that sits in the back room of your store.
So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I think the correct thing for Eric, for Haas to do is to go get a Plains, because he does have the Talisman of... no, he goes and gets Forest because he's got Talisman of Progress in his hand.
You're right, and that
So.
enables the blue and the white.
Yep.
Bluetron has mainboarded Squelch in the past, but it's usually in the sideboard. So, did you just go for a Hallowed Fountain?
Maybe he's got a Stubborn Denial?
Oh no, Nature's Claim? No, but then he's still
This must be Stubborn Denial.
has to
Or Negate Stubborn Denial.
be. Okay, I was like, that's
Eric's
interesting.
not playing around the Stubborn Denial, which, I mean, that's fair.
If you're gonna get him, you get him.
Yeah.
Might even have a
There's Talisman.
sure. That's actually not bad at all, and it's gonna be pretty solid against this deck.
Eric draws a Snapcaster Mage here, so he can
I
play...
think you have platinum.
No,
Oh no, you're right. That
Snapcaster.
is a Snapcaster. I don't
So
know why.
he's
I thought that
got,
was
I believe he's got a Madcap Experiment in
Yep.
his hand. He might go for it here.
Honestly, I think apparently not.
Hello, Retoid. Nice to see you. Well, he's got a Cryptic Command, so...
He's got a Cryptic. He's also got Bolt and Anger in hand.
Okay, so that looks like a breeding pool, right? That's the breeding pool expedition.
I believe so. Hi, Eric. It's good to see you, by the way. Eric's brand new to the store, everybody. Everybody welcome Eric Haas. Hopefully we're pronouncing that right. Are we?
All right. Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
So Cryptic Command going to counter and draw on the Eldrazi Sky Spawner.
Still got a Snapcaster. Maybe go Snapcaster Serum Visions? It doesn't seem like an awful play just to keep lining this up. Eric with a C. It's the Eric with a C.
Yeah, Eric with a C. Eric Haas is the new one.
Yes.
Eric with a K. That's this one. He's been here before
Yes.
a few times.
That's it. He just burns them out. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm looking to burn them out when they're at 14 just yet, when they've got a lot of things that could interact with
It's
me.
like 14, 18.
I might go for it, but I think that I might be looking for something just a little bit more solid instead
Eric
at the
plays a
moment.
Misty Rainforest and looks like a Serum Visions. Draws into what might have been an Anger. And he's looking at Anger Stormbreath?
Yeah. Heresy.
Heresy.
Fair enough,
That's,
Melvin.
that one's funny.
You got me.
That was funny.
You got me.
Eric with a C. Come on.
I like their style. I like it. I'm
People
a
are
big
the
fan.
worst.
I'm a big fan. So, if no creatures come on down, maybe you are looking at Snap Bolt here. That ends up knocking Eric down to 11. Then you can even attack in. The Noble Hierarch isn't going to get into your way. Maybe you knock down to 9. 3 mana spell
Here's 3
here.
mana. Okay.
I suppose that's probably okay.
Sky Spawner gonna bring along with it its little.
I like the foil inserts there.
Yeah.
This is a Bolt Snap Bolt by the look of it.
Nope, just going to untap.
Going for the patience game plan.
Looks like he did draw Stormbreath Dragon. So he did keep that on top. Got the flyer out of the way.
Stormbreath Dragon is pretty not bad.
It only dies to Dismember from Haas, and I bet that Eric Haas did not keep in Dismember.
I would doubt it. I would significantly doubt it. The interesting thing is that the Dismember was even mainboard.
I've been a fan of Dismember, at least one of in the main deck for Bant Eldrazi.
Fair enough.
There have been times where I've played 4-Path 2 Dismember.
Yep. It's a foil insert.
Yeah, it's foil insert. Y'all remember Martin's Affinity deck, right? It's the same thing.
Exactly. So, we're going to go with a Fetch Shock. We're going to go down to 15.
Control.
That's okay. And what we have got, it's pretty not bad. Yeah.
Pretty not bad.
So, the Stormbreath Dragon comes down, knocks Eric down to 10. This, ooh.
Nope, just gonna anger.
The Patience plan. We're going to float our colorless mana because we can. That seemed, you know what, actually, I kind of liked the Stormbreath Dragon more there.
Yeah, I think Stormbreath Dragon just started attacking is probably correct.
Well, because then it gives him the opportunity, like if he draws a Sky Spawn or something like that, then you sweep the board again, attack in.
So the Noble Hierarch and the Scion did give Haas
Smash
a
him
5th
in.
mana for Smasher.
But he...
A 5th and 6th mana, so he could have played Drowner even.
Drowner might be a
So-
problem. I'll give you that. I'll give
So
you
yeah,
that.
I think I like the patient play, and now we've got Stormbreath Dragon.
Sure. And actually, now you... I guess Stubborn and Owl isn't going to hit that anyway.
Nope, Stubby D can't take that down.
Sure, I'll take that. So, this is going to attack in for 4. Eric doesn't have a whole lot of options. I think the main one is Drowner at this
Boom.
point. This isn't going to be coming down next turn either, unless
Takes
an
4 down
Eldrazi
to 10.
Temple off the top comes in. So, a fairly big hit is going to come on down in this Eric Mirror match. Now, this one looks a little bit...
Alright, does Haas draw a land to cast?
Mr. Zerohood?
Something.
Almost certainly not, unfortunately. I loved putting things on the tap dead account. I have nowhere even close
Takes so
to
much time.
the capacity to do so, as far as time. I just can't really right now. And I'm
Where's
trying to
the
get
mana?
back to that point. But I'm going to ask Eric to tweet it out. I will retweet it out so that we can at least get the list out to you. So if you're following me on Twitter, you can find the list that way.
And this list, interestingly enough, was put together by us while sitting at a table while waiting for our plane in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport.
Yes, in a place that we thought would have food, but only
They
had beer.
just had beer. But it worked!
Yeah, we said they were like, well, I guess we have 4 hours into our plane, so we can sit here for a bit and then go find food. Renegade Coaster, it's good to see you.
Alright, so Bolt going to go after the Displacer, and Haas just pathing it. It's like, I want to land, I want to be able to get my Drowner of Hope on.
Nice.
I would bet that's what it is.
How many cards in hand?
Because
Because if there's 3, this is going to go
it's
bad.
more than 3. If Eric has a 7th land, he does need a 7th land. Does Eric have the 7th land? Come on. He doesn't. But he has a Bolt. That's still not good enough. But this way he has Snapcaster Cryptic up.
Does he have
no, Bolt Snap Bolt.
I was gonna say, if he's got a Snapcaster in it, then
Bolt
that is
Snap
good
Bolt.
enough.
Boom! So Madcap Moon taking this one down. Platinum Empyrean showing its chops. And
He's
being awesome.
He's only got a lightning bolt and a Snapcaster. I guess
Yeah,
that
he totally
Snapcaster
can't
is
do
going to be
enough.
going for the Cryptic.
Shut up! I'm not on my Bolt Snap Bolt game. I haven't done it in forever.
Oh,
I'm gonna go see if I can find us another game.
oh, that's hilarious. Woo, that's super funny. Caravan, it's good to see you. Am I still big on Pearl Jam? I was never big on Pearl Jam. Whew. Alright, let's head on up. We'll see you there. Hello, and thank you for joining, or welcome for joining, as they would have me say. Thank you so much. Perfect, NeoThinker. I appreciate that. I'll see you on Twitter. But it's good to have you all here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're streaming the Out of Geek Fortress, located in Snohomish, Washington. I've got Bryce out there trying to find us another match here at the store in our 4-round event. Now, we've got 2 rounds after this one. We're currently in round 2. We do the stream 4 times a week. Fair enough. Why did we change our logo? We didn't change our logo. I'm not sure what you mean there. Welcome for joining, everybody. Thank you, NeoThinker. I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you to say, and thank you to anybody else. Be sure to hit that follow button and join us in the future. The stream is 4 times a week. It's a lot of fun. Caravan, okay, so Pearl Jam, they do good things, right? But here's the thing. I didn't grow up on that music. I didn't grow up on classic music. NeoThinker, we might actually be able to do that one day. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Jofnish, it's good to see you. But I didn't grow up. I grew up on electro music. I grew up on electronic music, and I had to discover, like, I discovered classical rock when I was in, like, middle and high school and stuff like that. So, no, sorry, classic rock. I didn't grow up on classic rock. Yep. You were born in 89 but got into it later? I was born in 92. Born in 1992. Man, good times, good times. Am I streaming Legacy this Saturday? There's a very good chance of it. There is a good chance. Caravan, I cannot. I don't want to deal with copyright. Okay. Yes. At least it sounds familiar. I don't know them off the top of my head. I couldn't say what they do. Okay. Fair enough. You get me on that one. You get me on that one. Alright. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry. You're all amazing and awesome. And it takes all types. It takes the village, of course, to play the game of Magic. I'm certainly not trying to refer to any of you as old, because I know that I'm young. Usually playing songs on Twitch is fine. It just mutes your audio in the VODs. I do not want my audio muted in the VODs. Actually, a surprising amount of people watch them. I was going through our metrics the other day, and, like, a lot of people actually watched them. Did Madcap beat Eldrazi? Yes, it did. Yo, it's Tony T. Yes, it did. Hey! That's awesome. Happy birthday, Indica Good. Very cool. Happy birthday. I hope it's been a beautiful day and a wonderful day, and I hope you're staying warm. Man, that's super cool. That's super cool. So we're going to try and get another matchup for you all here, and apparently we're all just comparing that. But actually, you know what? Let's take a quick moment here. I like doing this one. I like doing this one because it's relevant. Oh, Pearl Jam is totally classic rock. It's certainly not relevant now. Are they even making anything now? I don't think they are. I don't know. To be honest, I was never big into them to begin with, so I'm probably not an expert on what they should be classified as. So that's probably where we should start off with, is that anything that TJ says about Pearl Jam is wildly uninformed. That's the starting point. But they are? My goodness. Alright, well, there we go. That proves my point. That proves my point. David, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. What's my favorite Pearl Jam? No idea. No idea. I couldn't even tell you. None? I guess. That's fair enough, Renegade Coaster. I can accept that. I can accept that. I don't even know why. We're from Seattle, which is like the grunge capital of the world, and yet I never really got into grunge. Not a big fan of it. Joan, actually, there's a good chance that I'll be streaming the GPT. But, man, we got totally sidetracked there. Hi, everybody. I hope you're having fun. I know that there's a bunch of you out there. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream where you come for the magic, but you stay for the odd conversation about TJ's lack of musical knowledge for grunge bands. My musical knowledge is moderate at best. Even though I listen to a bunch of it, I tend to not pay attention to the most of like what the bands are. But lately, I've been on mostly nerdcore, which is interesting. So pretty interesting. Okay. K Trojan. So Affinity is about to be broken. Why? If you're talking about Pia's Revolution, that card is garbage, so it's certainly not going to be that. But, let's hear some Pearl Jam facts. Did you know that Pearl Jam's name actually came from the fact that they originally stole one of their mother's favorite necklaces? It was a pearl necklace, and when they were trying to escape with it, she shut the door on it, and it actually jammed the pearls into the door. Now, when that happened, she was shouting at them, and then they were yelling to try and escape, and it ended up sounding like what their eventual music would sound like. So when they made their first album, they thought, this sounds just like the time that we tried to steal our mother's pearl necklace, and it got stuck in the door, and we were all shouting at each other. So, let's just call ourselves Pearl Jam. They asked me to come up with a Pearl Jam fact, and I know nothing about Pearl Jam, so that's what I came up with.
Seemed plausible.
I should do a stream where I show you around the store. Pay attention to my Twitter. I'll start making like little videos showing it.
So as of right now, we don't have anything. There's one match that's still going that we might get moved over if they go to another game. But
as a heads up, Pia's Revolution is also going to be garbage and eggs. They don't need more win conditions. They need more consistency.
I can't save you.
Yeah. Well,
I did just sit in the throne. You are right. That's interesting. I do look like I'm just sitting in the throne.
Yeah, Pia's Revolution is also going to be awful in eggs, probably. They don't need more win conditions. They have the best win conditions already.
I could see it in something like Standard with Colossus.
Even still, the card doesn't do anything. It's so bad.
Well, so you sacrifice your stuff to get Colossus back to your hand,
sure,
and then you either get that stuff back or they take damage.
Yeah, but you're already getting Colossus back to your hand. You already got
but then you're getting those non-creature artifacts to recast your Colossus with.
I'm still pretty unthrilled with it. The card does nothing when it comes down on the battlefield. It's a 3-minute enchantment. It's a Punisher spell, which is always bad. He just texted Eddie Vedder and he wants to meet you. I would love that. That sounds super fun. Alright, talk about Grixis Delver in Modern right now. Do you want to talk about Grixis Delver in Modern right now?
Sure. Grixis Delver is actually a pretty good deck, in my opinion. I think that it's one of the better decks in the format at this point in time.
There's 3 schools currently, I think, of Grixis Delver. So one of them is the discard or the counterspell heavy like Grixis control version that does run some Delvers occasionally, but there's the counter heavy one. That's
so yeah, there's like 3 versions of Grixis essentially.
I've seen some with Delver. You're thinking of like 4 Cryptic Command. I'm thinking of like heavy Mana Leaks, heavy Spell Pierces, heavy of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one is kind of the first one. The second one is a very discard kind of grindy heavy Delver one that almost goes to 0 counter spells and is instead on the Kolaghan's command version. Now this one I actually like significantly more. Yes, we're going to be a GP Vancouver.
Will be a GP Vancouver and it's going to be great.
Yep. And then the third one is kind of the one that I think tries to be a conventional one, where it goes in the middle and then starts running like the heavy Young Pyromancers and starts diving into all of that stuff. And is mostly on trying to just get out the really fast. Like, it's not so much the grindy, it's not so much the counter spells. It's saying, how fast can I get out a Tasigur or a Gurmag Angler or a Young Pyromancer and abuse that? Does that seem decent.
Yeah, that seems pretty straightforward way to describe it. Is Ajani just garbage? Which one?
The new one?
If you're talking about Unyielding, not the Planeswalker deck one, so
Sure.
Unyielding, which is the one that's actually in the set, I think it's fine.
I think that it's average.
I
that's
think
fine.
I think a 6-mana sorcery speed Swords to Plowshares is still a fair card,
I'm not going to
which just goes to
it.
show how powerful Swords to Plowshares is.
Yeah.
So,
I think that it's average for a Planeswalker. It might get played. It depends. Like, it's not going to build a deck around it, but it might slot into one.
do they sell Poutine in Vancouver? Yes, but TJ didn't have any last time.
It's true. I'm actually specifically going to have Poutine this time. What else have we got? Oh, yeah. So my personal favorite version for Delver is actually the Grandy one.
Which one is that one?
The one that goes heavy, a little bit heavy into the discard and is more about grinding together like Kolagon's commands than getting a Thought Scour into a Gurmag Angler every time.
Okay, I like the Kevin Jones, Jim Davis version.
The third one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that one is probably the other one that I'm kind of debating on right now. GP Milwaukee, I have no idea.
I don't believe we're going to Milwaukee. now.
Okay, good. They know my schedule better than I do.
The GPs that we're planning on going to this year, we have GP Vancouver,
Okay.
then GP San Antonio,
Uh-huh.
then GP Vegas, then Portland, and then Oklahoma City.
We're going to Oklahoma City?
Yeah, that's in mid-December.
Oh, cool. There's also the small chance that I end up making a jump to Pittsburgh.
That's right before.
It's the weekend before
right?
Vancouver. I'm so divided on it. I'm so divided. Okay. Yeah, Vegas is going to be so really fun. Do I like Yahini's...
Donovan may have knocked over the fan.
Yahini's expertise. East Coast is so far, Tebin.
It's real far. It's all the way east.
I'm stoked to see you in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get Bryce a crown? Actually, I can. I have a crown at my house.
Crap.
Congratulations, Bryce. I can't miss Vancouver? I wouldn't miss Vancouver. I'd go to both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, Vegas should be fun. Do I think that Bloodbraid Elf will be unbanned in Modern very soon? No. One day, Bloodbraid Elf will probably get unbanned. But the card's insane. And I do think that it's pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
The big thing right now is affording Pittsburgh. Rounds 3 getting posted, though.
Bump the table.
I think we just had an earthquake. Oh, Yahini's expertise. That's the one. Sorry about that. Yahini's expertise. The card is moderate, so it's I have a really hard time discounting any free spells. Anything that make free spells. Sure. Free spells are extremely good. It's probably going to be tested. It should be tested. It will likely be amazing. It will likely be tested. It will likely be at least decent. Because free spells are good. That's great, right? The problem with that, though, is that the ability on the front needs to be good. That's kind of it. Like, it's not going to be great in like, Jund, in my mind, because that's a top deck kind of deck. And you don't want to use a Liliana to get everybody into top deck mode, and then cast this -3/-3 to the field and for 4 mana. That's awful. That's super bad. But if on the other hand you look down, if you look on the other hand of it, which is maybe like a Grixis Shell, right, which is able to hold up its mana a little bit more, it holds in its cards, it operates a little bit more at instant speed, so it's not always so proactive, it's not trying to empty everyone's hand. Maybe you go for that and then do like a Kolagon's command, right, and maybe you buy back the Snapcaster that died in that situation. That starts looking pretty decently good, and I think that's at least worth testing. It really hinges dependently on how much a -3/-3 effect is in Modern or Standard at the time. The big thing at that point is that the argument that I most commonly hear is that Anger of the Gods is good. Yes, but Anger of the Gods is also 3 mana and it exiles, which is a big reason why it gets played. As far as Bloodbraid Elf is really good. Junda's already one of the best decks. Also, the big
Back
thing
in the chair.
with Bloodbraid Elf People saying that would make the meta more aggressive. In a lot of ways, it does. It's almost impossible to play a control deck against a deck that's running Bloodbraid Elf. You just can't outgrind that. It means that everyone is either running Bloodbraid Elf or is trying to outrace them by going faster than the Bloodbraid Elf. I don't think that Bloodbraid Elf is a bad card. I don't think that it punishes it, but it does not slow down the format. Bloodbraid Elf makes it to where what you want to do is either be playing Bloodbraid Elf, which is fine, or you're trying to beat the fact that, because there's no way that you're playing a counterspell reactive game against Bloodbraid Elf.
Yeah.
You're going to lose that every time.
Oh yeah, it's not a good way to play a game.
Yep.
So, facing the wall, we've got the one, the only, Maeve.
Nice! She's playing my deck.
Yep.
Cool.
She's up against Donovan.
He's not.
He is not.
See, you said that like it's exactly what I don't want to hear.
If I tell you what he's playing, you're gonna say he's gonna win, I would bet. He's on Boros Pyrohemia.
I was about to say he's totally on Boros Pyrohemia.
Yeah.
He's gonna win this matchup.
Oh yes.
Mainboard Core Firewalker is quite a thing.
Yeah, he did just beat Burn last round as well. So.
Okay.
And actually, both players beat Naya Burn last round.
Interesting. The big thing is that Boros Burn is so good against Naya Burn.
Boros beat Naya.
Are these both 2-0?
Maybe one. They might be 1-1.
Okay.
They were towards the middle.
So Boros Burn versus Boros Pyrohemia. This is red versus red. The Pyrohemia deck, a straight-up control deck using Pyrohemia, which is basically a red pestilence. So 4-mana enchantment, pay 1 to deal 1 damage to each player and each creature. If there's no creatures, you sacrifice it. You can do this just for a red mana anytime. I already have one, Zephoid. It's mostly affording the plane ticket, actually, more than anything. Because it's not as cheap as you would expect to fly to Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah.
Flying across the country isn't cheap?
Okay, Pittsburgh isn't exactly like a money destination, though.
But it's across the country.
That's the big thing. I agree. You've got mainboard Core Firewalker, mainly because they're protected from that. You've even got mainboard Boros Reckoner. Again, pretty solid. It'll be really curious. Maeve has 2 options in this. You can either play the control game plan post-board, or you play the hyper-aggro game plan. I honestly don't know which one is right, but 4 Path to Exile are definitely coming in this
So what are we choosing for cards?
Let's be a little bit obvious here.
Okay, I like it. And that one should probably just be the namesake, right?
Oh, I was gonna go with that. I think this one really sets off what it is a little bit better.
Ah, that's sure. Okay.
All right, let's head on down. Have some fun. We'll see you there. All right, and apparently they were ready to get started. This is round 3. A Blood Moon off the top, not always what you want to be seeing. This deck a little bit more resilient to it, but still not great. It is round 3 currently in Barbados. Thanks, David Elbire. 6 words to describe what Bob is wearing. Whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Only the greatest of great clothes.
What's a fun but good zoo deck? Bushwhacker Zoo.
Yeah.
Okay. Any Dredge players there? I don't think so, but there are some people
Oh,
building
look!
Dredge.
Life Gain!
This is actually one of my
Elemental Whisper.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much
hitting that follow button.
for that.
You are a rock star. Did I do that right?
Yeah. Population control, I think that Deathrat Shaman was the card that should have been banned. That doesn't mean that Bloodbraid Elf isn't also a problem.
Yep. Alright. So Monastery Swiftspear going to come down. Donovan's going to gain a life. He's going to get a land off the Goblin, and going to take 3 down to 17. Where did he gain another point of life?
Well, he gained 1 point of life for the Monastery Swiftspear entering the battlefield.
Uh-huh.
So he went down to 18.
He would have been 18, gone up to 19. Take 3 down to 16, right?
Well, he also fetched, right?
Yeah, so he should be at 15?
You could ask. Because he should be at 15, I think. But we're going to gain a life here.
I don't know.
Apparently they've got it figured out.
He's got himself at 18, Maeve's at 20.
Sure. Elemental Whisper. Oh, it's Rappin' Genie. Very cool.
Swag Cat!
Thanks so much for the follow.
button.
It's good having you. I'll assume that they have it. And at this point, we might be able to get 2 past it. Lion Leonard. Thank you. Is Asper Narset still in? I think it's still in the room, actually. There are Kiki Cord players out there right now.
Wow. Going upstairs with the Rift Bolt.
This is an aggressive way to play.
That's very aggressive.
At least you have the prowess triggers. Maybe you're just saying, look, maybe not enough creatures are going to come into play this game. You also actually do have a Skullcrack in hand right now. So you could even theoretically play out the Monastery Swiftspear in response to the ability. You actually can Skullcrack.
He might be on Norn Sisters, actually. I think he's on Norn Sisters. I think I'm wrong. He's not on Pyrrhemia.
This is...
Yeah, he's on Norn Sisters.
This almost looks like... This looks a lot like Norn Sisters to me. Which is still not a good matchup, but slightly better.
Goofon!
Thank you so much. Okay. I think this is Norn Sisters, though. This looks a lot like it.
Yep. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I saw a Norn.
Okay, so this changes
some point.
completely. Now this is basically...
A race.
There's a Norman on bottom when he fetched, yeah. So Norn, very... It's not even a
Yep,
racing
Norn.
kind of deck.
Yep.
Think of it as a slower version. Like, this is actually secretly one of the grindiest decks in Modern. This is the kind of deck that will grind you down. Like, that's how it wins. It has no fast way to win. It
Yeah.
will win by playing down a Norn and saying, great, now every single turn I'm going to gain 3 life. And sure, I'll deal 1 to you if I feel like it. Maybe I'll make some more Mirror tokens, gain some more life off of that. And it just grinds
Going
and
for the
grinds
Blood Moon.
and grinds. The Blood Moon is actually, I think, a great inclusion here. A little bit thrown off of the fetch here, unless we're going for a basic, but it was about to become a mountain. So,
Yeah.
are we looking for a basic plains? Because we're not going to find it.
Well, you can't get a basic plains off of a
Even more relevant then.
Scalding Tarn anyway. Sure. Take a point of damage down to 18. For
That strikes me as an unusual fetch, with the one exception being that maybe it's going
Down
for
to
the idea that
17
life
maybe?
total won't matter, and instead valuing the
Jeez,
fact that
fetch
there's
another
one
Champion.
less land in the library. Maybe that's the idea that you're going there.
Wasteland Strangler, Pull from Eternity. Is it Staticaster? What's being asked about? What kills Norn? Okay. Triggered abilities, yep.
Activated abilities
Triggered
too.
and activated.
Like Grim Lovemancer.
Yep, Lovemancer's a good way to do it. Is it Staticaster is great against this deck, because you just mow down the Solsticers as well as Norn.
Yep.
So.
Okay. When the life total actually is functionally irrelevant, then the deck thinning, while functionally irrelevant, does exist. It depends on
Yeah,
how
like a
you
lightning bolt.
evaluate the matchup. I have done fetching when it comes down to the fact that I need to draw a burn spell that turn or die, and if it doesn't matter, I'll crack 3 fetches. Sure, that means that there's theoretically 3 less lands to draw on the deck.
So it looks like Donovan didn't block. Did he take the damage yet?
And that should be 3, right?
Should be 3.
Alright.
Or he may be deciding if he wants to block.
Huh.
With a Soul Warden in hand, it might be okay to block, but...
Well, with a lightning bolt as well. Maybe you block.
Okay, looks like he's going to take the 3.
There might be a response here. With that prowess being on the board.
Yeah,
maybe...
I could see Skullcrack. Oh, nope.
Oh. Okay. Actually, I like this a lot. Mavis at 17 and still has a Skullcrack in hand, I think, right?
Yeah?
Dang. Why didn't they take the 1? Because he was at 10, wasn't he?
No, he was... He took 3.
Okay. I
And
believe you.
so he fell to... He was at 10, fell to 7, gained 2.
Oh, because the Eidolon entry.
Eidolon
That's right,
entry,
that's right,
yep.
that's right. Okay, that's it. Okay. Let's see.
Well, here's a red mana. Is this going to be Lightning Bolt?
Lightning Bolt looks really bad right here.
Looks really bad.
I don't even know what you hit.
Does he have a
I don't think that he could
Handwear
win it.
Garrison?
It's possible.
I think that's the card
He's-
that's all the way down in his hand there.
He tested this for a while. He may still be testing it now. What it does is it actually adds to this great value engine because you were able to get the multiple triggers for your Soul Wardens for that one. Plus, it actually is one of the few ways that you have of actually closing out the game. And you can run that in addition
there's
to
a
a
bolt.
colorless land, which, while not phenomenal, gives you the option of running a way to give your creatures haste. So something like an Ajani's Pridemate as you go into this later part of the game.
Down to 5.
Yes, this is my burn deck.
Down to 3, up to 5. And play a Windbrisk Kite.
I don't think that Windbrisk Kites is enough here. So the big thing is that Maeve is going to be attacking all out, right? Now, that means that Donovan's in a position where he's actually functionally out of resources.
Yep.
The big thing is that Maeve, I think, still has that Skullcrack. If he chooses not to block anything, he'll be
If he
out.
chooses not to block anything, he's just dead on board.
Or I think we have the
Or
bolt in
she's
hand.
just going to Skullcrack now.
Do we have the bolt in hand? It looks like we have the bolt in hand.
Swift Spear, you don't get to gain any life.
Unfortunately,
You take 2 damage down to 11.
this was played in the wrong order.
Yep, you should Swift... No,
Yeah,
because...
Donovan just went down to 1. This could have been a kill.
Well, had she cast the Swift Spear before the Skullcrack, he gains 3 life.
Wrong. You cast the Monastery Swiss Spear.
And then in response to the triggers, you do it. You're
Correct.
right. You're right. But looks like Donovan's just done anyway, so...
The Windbrisk is a mountain? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
But
it still enters tap, but it is a mountain.
Maeve is going to take down that game 1. Now, her matchup against this deck, better than it is against Boros Pyrrhemia. That one is functionally unwinnable.
Yeah.
I played tested against Donovan for like a good while with that game, and just every time that it came down, just rough. Ronnie K Radio, sure, it ended up being just fine. She got the win anyway,
Yep.
and Maeve is not at all used to playing Burn. She's borrowing this deck tonight and just working through it as it happens.
Master of navigating the stack with Burn.
Man, do you remember that when it was in L.A.? Or where was it? It was either in L.A., yeah. When I got a stack with someone that was like 9 spells high in the Burn Mirror. Oh, that was so much fun. And then what we got to do was eventually we had a Skullcrack resolve. And then he was like, great, stack resolves. I was like, stack resolves. He's like, I win. And I was like, no. Because your deflecting palm doesn't prevent my damage anymore. That was at the very bottom. So, like, everything was, like, stacked up. And finally, like, he cast a Skullcrack to keep my Helix from resolving. But it negated his deflecting palm. And at the same time, there's a bunch of Court Firewalker triggers on my end. And then there was, like, there was Idol triggers at the same time. And it was just all kinds of madness. And we're both sitting there looking at, like, da-da-da-da-da. We're, like, marking everything. And we're like, good? We're like, good. And I was like, he's like, I win? And I was like,
I win. You're dead.
oh man, it was sweet. This matchup is one of the most lopsided matchups in Modern. This one is not so Soul Sisters is one of the most lopsided.
Nearly unwinnable.
Norn Sisters is almost as lopsided. Man, that was super fun.
No,
I
she
didn't take a picture.
But I
I'm not allowed
believe
to have
myself
electronic
and
devices.
Coleman were standing behind him.
I'm not allowed to have electronic devices at the table. Okay, do we plan on playing non-EDH... Wait, do we play non-EDH multiplayer games? We do not. Because they don't really exist.
I mean, like Plane Chase, Arch Enemy, those kinds of things.
That's true.
They do exist. I don't typically play them. I mean, I don't even typically play EDH.
To ask that question assumes that I ever play.
That is also true. That is also true. We play, like, games that aren't Magic with lots of people. Like, we played Love Letter a bunch of times.
God, I bought that.
So did Coleman.
That game was so much fun.
And it's super cheap, and it's really good.
It's okay. If anybody hasn't, the perfect between round games at GP, Love Letter.
Love Letter.
It's
great.
super fun. Two-Headed Giant. I do Two-Headed Giant
Doo-doo.
pre-releases. I do those. Usually I'll go to the Two-Headed Giant, and I'll just, like, if there's someone who doesn't have the partner yet, I'll just jump on with them. Okay. Is there multiplayer Modern? No.
There's Unified Team Modern, but that's not multiplayer.
I have not tried Coup. How's Coup?
I think it's the same thing, just a different name for the game, but I'm not sure.
Oh. Neat. Okay. So yeah, that gets my new recommendation for, like, the most brilliant between rounds at GP game.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun to do. Okay.
Alright. Plain Soul Warden.
And this is why the game is so hilariously lopsided for Burn, by the way.
It's just like Goblin Guide, gain a life.
Maeve navigated the last game actually surprisingly well. Now, Donovan had a little bit of trouble getting anything that was actually substantial, but Maeve navigated it pretty decently. Really went, like, going face early on and just accepting, like, I've got the creatures that are on the battlefield that are going to make it happen. Donovan's likely not going to block them. I can just keep going face, and this is going to be good.
Champion of the Parish.
Huh. Werewolf is a lot of fun, too. So, we're going to put down a Champion of the Parish. No +1/+1 counters for it just yet. And it looks like we're just going to go with a Temple of Triumph, which is going to get us a Scry.
Maeve has a poison counter because she wanted to have something so that Donovan might not know what deck she was playing. So she just grabbed it and put it there as kind of, you know, like a pump fake.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, I think it was just there, and she just left it
That
there.
also could be. I like my story, so I'm gonna go with mine.
Why would she put it in front of herself then? If you were actually playing Infect, you would never tell them you were on Infect.
There was actually a guy that I sat next to at the GP who was playing Bogles, and had a poison counter, and he would take out his deck and then set the poison counter down.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, most of the cards that are good against Infect, you know, like Lightning Bolt and Path to Exile, are terrible against Bogles.
I am a big fan of not trying to next level my opponents and just play.
I'm not about the mind games.
I just sit down and play. Another Infect... There are some Infect players at the store, yeah. Okay.
Yes, Bogles is the correct pronunciation, Ryan.
Literally half this deck costs one, half the can't play Temples. I can see your argument. I can also see the argument for running it, but I see your argument.
I see your argument and raise you an argument.
The Eidolon looks really good here. I actually probably would have dropped the
Bold.
Norin here. I may have dropped the Norin. I think the Norin was going to outgrind that.
Oh, we're gonna get a Soul Warden. Gain a life.
I think you just heard of the Boggles guy with the Infect card. I don't think you played them, did you?
He was sitting next to me.
Oh, okay.
So I did not play against him, but he was sitting next to me.
Melvin, thanks for the auto-host. I totally appreciate the effort that you put into that act. Maybe saying you're not the only one. Check this out.
Apparently people hate Infect. I don't know why.
Eh.
So, Maeve using 2 removal spells on Soul Wardens.
And we're back at board parity with just a Legion Loyalist and a Norn the Wary and a Blood Moon. Honestly, Donovan's hand is looking pretty lackluster right now.
Well, I could go get a Planescast Blood Moon.
Sure.
It doesn't seem terrible.
But it doesn't seem good.
You're right.
Alright.
He did not miss the Eidolon trigger. He was at 22 when it happened.
Yep. Okay.
Because Soul Warden is a card that does things.
Soul Warden does all the things.
Many of the things.
Okay. So, Infect is fantastic. Yeah.
In fact, it's one of my easier matchups. I wish more people played it.
You'd be okay with Infect if they needed to deal 20 damage to win?
Then what's the point of Infect?
I'm actually really okay with Infect. I am really okay with it. If you like, that's just what the Death Shadow decks do.
Yep. Or the blue decks, or
Sure.
lots of things.
Yeah. So we have a Boros Charm and a Lightning Helix in Maeve's hand. Mostly. Ooh, do we have a Searing Blaze? No. That's
Sad,
not
okay,
Searing Blaze.
there is a way to
Double
get rid of
Helix.
poison counters. It's called Karn
No.
Liberated Ultimate.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna go with leeches.
No, that's not legal in Modern.
I
But
know,
Karn
but-
Liberated Ultimate can get rid of it.
True.
So make sure that you play Tron against Infect.
Exactly.
I'm giving good advice here, right?
Clearly, you are.
Oh, what is Maeve writing?
I don't know. People always write me notes and we can't read them.
This
Better be family friendly.
deck.
Huh. Needs?
Looks like needs
Okay. Okay. Maybe she's going with green.
a B. This deck needs a B. Where's Todd? He can give it a B+.
No, we need plus B. So we're gonna go down to 15 with this Fed Shock. And we're on 6 lands. Now we're just looking Boros Charm Helix. Knock Donovan down to 13 and go up to 18 yourself.
Got there.
Oh, trust me, it's got me. It doesn't need a boyfriend.
TJ is very affectionate to his deck.
Me and that burnt deck.
I said deck with an E. Just want to make sure that is
I
clear. She's casting that in response to Blood Moon. Okay. No, the Blood Moon is being
don't
cast.
you tell me that deck needs a basic planes.
This is all in response to the Blood Moon right now.
Alright. Needs a Bogle. Alright, so
Why is
We're at
Judge
18?
getting yelled? That was in response to the Blood Moon being cast.
They got it. They got it. Okay. You just add a quote of yourself?
Yeah, why would you add a quote of yourself?
You don't get to do that. So, Goblin Guy down on the field, looking down that champion.
Yes, Tevin. This deck needs a basic plains.
Wrong! Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong.
This deck needs a bit. It's like people asking for people to run basic island in Infect. You just don't. You just don't.
No.
No, because it's awful.
Terrible.
It's
You draw it in your opening hand, you're like, I can't cast Noble Hierarch or Glistener Elf with this.
Oh no.
And in this deck of basic planes, you would draw it and be like, I can't cast Goblin Guide or Lightning Bolt or anything.
She can add it to her burn deck. Oh no, Josh is out there
No burn
fighting.
deck ever needs a basic planes. Thank you, Josh.
Josh is out there fighting my battle for me.
Alright, so getting a couple
We
triggers.
should get a trigger here.
No, that's a
Oh no,
Ranger
that's not a
Eos.
Champion of the Parish. That's Ranger of Eos, which is
Yeah.
good. Not only did you quote yourself, you're plagiarized in the process. Oh, Seraph here, it's a good argument. But that response is hilarious.
Thank you, Tevin.
The Wayne Gretzky Michael Scott quote.
Wayne Gretzky.
Did you ever see that?
I did.
Alright, so Donovan won. Donovan won this game far and away.
Oh yeah, this game's very over. We are just waiting for them to go to game 3. Where's Kevin Spacey when you need him?
Oh man, I got way too distracted arguing over basic planes.
Deck needs a basic planes. You're right. Donovan's deck could probably use another basic planes.
Probably true. Okay. So, there we go. Goblin Guide out on the battlefield. Norn coming back in. We're going to go back up to 19. We're not taking any damage for
I'm
it.
not sure I would be attacking with Goblin Guide with a Norn out there.
So we should make one point, though.
Uh-huh.
That's the most clear writing that I've ever seen on stream.
She probably did that on purpose.
But points to her. That's really clear. Like, the handwriting's excellent. It's clear enough to be read on. That points to her. Points to her.
Is that a Goblin Bushwhacker?
That is a Goblin Bushwhacker. That
What?
is not any tech that I've ever seen ever. And I gotta say,
I would not be attacking with Goblin Guide when your opponent has a Norn out and 3 Soul Sisters.
no, but what else are you gonna do? He's at 24.
Yeah, but now he's
What's
gaining
your
3 more. Now you definitely can't win.
But what's your other game plan?
Uh,
Like, obviously, yes, I'll
lose,
take 2,
lose
gain 1,
honorably.
and then you swinging, going down swinging is.
That's no. That's not the honorable way to do things.
Oh man,
Attack.
she should do hand proxies on Friday night.
Bloop. Goblin Guide attack.
Get him, and we're gonna tap out for it too.
Flip all the mana. Oh, look, it's a lightning bolt on top. That'll
Donovan,
get you. He
honestly,
could leave the store. He could make the classic mistake of leaving the store.
it is a classic, is it not? So Maeve gets to be on the play game 2 or game 3. Game 3. So we've both taken down a game. Maeve took game 1 in a matchup in which historically you don't have a big favor.
Oh, Eric did tweet his list, so if you want to retweet it.
Brilliant.
Forgot that, but it happened.
All right, everybody. If you want to see what that Madcap Moon list looks like, go ahead and just check out the link, which I am retweeting right now.
The only difference in the list that he has out there versus this list is that Eric couldn't find a Harvest Pyre, so he's playing another Roast. So, that's the difference.
Yes, very cool. Hopefully I'm saying it, but Francesco, thank you so much for reaching out to me on Twitter. That's awesome. So, she
She
should
should side in the plains. Yes. The burn deck does not need a plains.
They're just trolling.
I know they're just trolling, but I'm telling you, no. Electrickery in the sideboard. That
Take
could
it-
be okay.
Take it from someone who's got a giant mountain on his wall at home. You may notice that I took it home.
I noticed that it's not there because you have a home to put it in now.
I took home the giant mountain.
You're just hanging out with Patrick Sullivan all day. Here with Basic Mountain.
Holy Dava! I'll be sure to pass that along.
First time I ever rooted for Bird.
Oh, man.
Solidazen.
Thank you so much
Solidazen?
for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you. You're a rock star. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. Hello to everybody out there. I hope you're having a good time. We got a little bit sidetracked there. But my name's TJ.
My name is Bryce.
We're in round 3 right now, watching Burn up against Norn Sisters. Norn Sisters pretty heavily favored, but Boros Burn, you know, never count Burn out of the match. And
I always count Burn out of the match, but that's because I'm me.
it's true. What happened last time we played?
The last time we played?
Hmm?
I don't remember.
I wanted.
We haven't played in a while.
We played at the side event at GP.
Oh yeah,
LA.
that's right. You beat me. There's that one. But the last time I played against a burn deck was at GP Dallas, and I sat at 1 life for 5 turns and still won.
Yeah. What was that? That was in GP Portland.
Yeah, that was
You and
GP Portland that we
You
played
and I
last.
haven't actually played Magic against real Magic, not meta.
Yeah,
deck
not like
Magic.
testing.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
look, Leyline.
What are the sideboard cards for the red white burn deck? Well,
There are cards.
this went hilariously bad for Maeve. So there's 2 Wear and Tear, 4 Smash to Smithereens, 4 Path to Exile, 1 Lightning Helix, 1 Searing Blaze, 2 Core Firewalker, 2 Deflecting Palm.
Donovan's doing her job for her. Shocked himself to play Norn.
Beautiful. 18 scoreboard. I want an emote that's just
18-20.
scoreboard.
Scoreboard.
I want an emote that says scoreboard.
Okay. You heard it, Doro/David, whoever's making it. Get on it.
Because the scoreboard's important.
Scoreboard.
And it teaches bad Magic playing.
Well, there's a planes.
How many spells in this burn deck have white in the cost? In the main board? In the main board, there would be 7 that have white in the cost. Love it. Let's travel hundreds of miles to play a Magic tournament and play each other.
Up to 19.
Oh, man.
Oh, look, Goblin Guide. Donovan sitting at a healthy 20 life.
Gonna be at
And
19
gets to
after
draw a
this
card.
one. So we're gonna go down to 18, but with the Norm coming back in, we're gonna go to 19.
Why is Donovan holding his hand upside down?
Because he's Donovan.
Oh, man.
He gets it from Josh.
Guess that's fair.
Green for Revelry. Honestly, Maeve...
Oh, look, Spellskite.
Spellskite is actually quickly becoming one of the least relevant sideboard cards that are still good against Burn. Like, it's the worst of good cards
Yeah, they're-
against Burn.
In decks like Eldrazi and stuff, I've stopped siding them in.
Yeah.
I side them out on occasion. Even.
It's just not worth it. Okay. Shows that he knows the card has been seen by the opponent. None of
She
them have
hasn't
been
looked at his
seen.
hand.
Like, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But Maeve has seen nothing in his hand.
Yeah. Other than the flooded strand that he drew and put upside down with the rest of the upside down cards.
Pretty much.
So,
Except now they're all backside, right side up.
yeah.
So I
Is
don't
that
know.
okay? It is a nice bolt.
That is a nice bolt. Foreign black border.
It's neither. It is foreign revised.
Yes. And it's awesome. I love it. That's funny. That's funny. So, they were all upside down in that particular instance.
They were all upside down.
Just being Donovan. I learned to appreciate it. Alright, so Maeve can't really win this game.
No.
The creatures are like the best avenue, but actually once
It's a
you get to
very
this
large die for that champion of the fair.
because the thing is, like, Spellskite is so moderate against Burn. Like, here's the reason why. Because Burrow's Charm, Skullcrack, Lava Spike, all of those cards don't actually deal with it. Except because of the Leyline of Sanctity, Burrow's Charm, Lava Spike, Skullcrack, all of those cards do nothing already. So now that you've added in this Spellskite, you've eliminated Maeve's ability to handle the creatures that you are playing. Now you're able to actually get this pretty aggressive board and start just jamming in. And I think that this is, like, the Spellskite is actually a great supplement to this sideboard card. I don't think that it individually is a phenomenal one.
Oh, look, a grizzly bear.
Nailed it. That's a grizzly cat, actually.
Catly bear?
Close enough, sure. And it looks like we're going to toss a creature in front of that,
Boros
pointing
Charm.
Boros charming herself?
I just give it double strike, or make your stuff indestructible.
No. You deal 4 to your side.
For me!
That sounds like the way cooler play.
Right here. Dome.
Looks like it is going to be the double strike.
Either double strike or indestructible.
Fine. I would have liked double striking the other one.
Yeah, I think you double strike the one that's not being blocked.
Except I think, did the Spellskite, was that one not blocking at all?
Oh, that's true. It can be redirected Spellskite then. Never mind.
Oh, that's funny. Murph! With the lurk and the sub! Thank you so much! It's awesome having you. Resubs are fun, you're awesome, and thank you so much for the support. Rogues Gallery, everybody. The Rogues Gallery is a fun group. Be sure to check them out when you see Rogues Gallery in that stream name. It's a pretty fun group of people doing cool things. Path to Exile in Donovan's hand. Honestly, I'm not even sure if you fire this off. Like, I just don't... I'm not concerned.
I think you sit here behind your Spellskite and your 5/5.
Yeah, and just see if anything actually relevant comes down.
Or you can attack with your 5/5. You've got a 3-turn clock. That works too.
I mean, you do that, but you still get a 0/4, which is like...
In case it's not apparent, these two know each other fairly well. And who with the resub?
And the XD, absolutely. Was that me looking excited?
Sort of.
Thank you so much for the sub. It's awesome having you. You are awesome and a rock star and an amazing person. And basically
Good night,
everyone's
Tevin.
awesome all the time. So thanks for your
for being
support.
here.
Thanks for the resubs. Thanks for people. Oh, it means the world to us. It does.
Well, here comes Path. Looks like it's going to take out... I think go for the Swift Sphere.
Between the two of them, sure. I'll take drawing extra lands in this matchup. We even hit our 5 non-resubs. Like, in people that are going, you know. Thank you, everybody. I think that was mostly the Twitch people who don't auto-renew. Thank you, everybody. Donovan misplaying but not attacking with Norin. Tevin, have a good night. Yeah, this matchup's... I will say that Donovan is not nearly as ahead in this game as I expected him to be. That's relevant. If Maeve were to just drop down like Goblin Guide, Goblin Guide, Goblin Guide, then she might actually come out on top in this one.
I mean... I don't know. Donovan's got he's going to have a 7/7.
I'm not saying that it's irrelevant. Don't get me wrong.
No, it's probably irrelevant.
Yeah, it absolutely is an irrelevant.
Down to 10.
But Donovan is being very, very lackadaisical.
Maeve does have a Wear Tear in her hand.
Oh my goodness. Do you blow out Donovan?
She could... No. Oh, you can just...
if you just cast Wear.
Yeah, you just
Oh, but she just Wear and Tears?
Yeah, you could Wear Tear. Take out
down both of
Spellskite
them.
and the...
Untapped. Do we have a Boros Charm and a Helix in hand?
I think so.
Plus the Goblin Guide, and you got and the 7/7 attacked.
Yeah.
Maeve might Maeve might rock and roll. The Path to Exile is going to be relevant, but there's a chance that Maeve actually.
No, Donovan already pathed.
Because he hit the Monastery
Swift
Spear, and he's got nothing relevant in hand. What's that? That's the Bushwhacker. But if the Bushwhacker comes down and that isn't enough with the Wear and Tear, or maybe you end up just casting the Wear and then maybe like a Helix to gain some life.
I think you want to get the Spellskite out of the way, though.
But if the Spellskite's attacking, you don't need to worry so much about it.
Oh, okay.
So this goes away.
Okay, so this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right?
With everything?
Yeah.
But the Wear hits the Spellskite, right?
Where hits Spellskite?
So this isn't lethal. If you take out the Spellskite.
Well, no, that's 10 then.
Is it?
Because 7, 8, 9, 10.
Does the Bushwhacker pump itself as well? Yeah, I think we're going for the Helix as well. And forcing Donovan to pay the 2 life to go down to 7, maybe? Is there a chance that this happens? This would be amazing to watch. I think that it's still kind of a long shot. It comes down to drawing the right cards. But like a land with double Searing Blaze in hand.
Searing Blaze? Oh, no. No, now you're dead.
This is just 1 damage.
But
redirect.
Redirects if Donovan notices it.
That's, I don't think, the right one.
Yeah, you should have Helixed his face.
Force the redirect.
And now you're dead.
Yeah, I don't think that went out quite as well as it could have.
And we take 10 and are dead. Yep. Okay. So,
was there a land on top? I need to see the top card, because if it was a land, then this was a win.
We need to see the top card, Maeve. Top card. Flip it. Not a land. Okay.
Why no kill Skype? Because then you were still dead to it. But unfortunately,
you're still
then
dead
you
to the 10.
pointed at that one. So it wasn't going to happen regardless.
Yep.
Ah, rough.
So close.
Rough. Ooh. Seraphir, that command is for me, not the players. Alright, let's head on up to the booth. We've got 16 minutes left, so let's see what we can find. Oh, man. Hello, and thank you for joining. It's awesome having you. You are all rock stars, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. We're streaming out of Geek Fortress in Snohomish. My name's TJ. I'm joined tonight by Bryce. We're currently in the middle of round 3 of 4. Should be a fun time, in addition to the... Amazing, the top card is a plate. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, but thank you so much to everybody who is joining. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button or consider hitting that sub button if you would like. It would mean the world to us. We're recently partnered. We just got through our first month of it, and a bunch of the auto subs.
These are basic plans.
Those ones? She can build... Not worth it. Not worth it. Move on, TJ. Move on. Hi, everybody. So, we'll see what we can find out as far as another backup match, and then we will be heading into round 4 to get those finals. Now, you can join us every Monday at 6:30 Pacific time for some standard action, and if you're enjoying the modern that we have tonight, not only can you find us here, thank you, Mikey. It's awesome having you. You are Rockstar, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. But, just like every Wednesday at 7, you can join us here for Modern. You can also join us every Saturday at 6 for more of it. It's always a fun time. Plus, we have got Fridays. Fridays at 7:30, we play Legacy. And this coming Saturday, there's a good chance that... Murph! Thanks, Murph! I really appreciate that. Thank you. $10 donation with some season's greetings. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So, we have also got a Legacy GPT coming up on Saturday. There's a good chance that we'll stream it. Good chance. You'd love to see some Kikacord at this point. If it's the backup match, we can do our best. Otherwise, we're going to be getting the finals for that one. And then we'll see about other backup matches that we can get there. As far as Grixis Delver, our main Grixis Delver is currently on Green-White Hackers tonight. We'll see. Number 2. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you. Anybody who's brand new to the stream, let us know where you're watching from. I'd love to know. Sir May, hello to you. I hope you're having a wonderful good morning, afternoon, evening, day, whatever it is that you're having. I hope
all
it's
of the
great.
above.
Basically, you're having everything. I'll have what they're having.
So everything.
Yes!
Nice.
We'll have to share.
I don't want to.
Hmm.
I'm not
Clearly,
in the mood to share.
it's easy if you try.
I'm sure it is. Sure it is.
Alright, so, do you have a backup match for us?
Nope.
Wow!
We're not going to have another one this round. There's only... There's 3 matches still going, but all 3 of them are in Game 3.
You know what that sounds like to me? I'm not sure if I'm ready for that one.
I liked the last one. I like that one.
Do you want to go this one?
Yes.
Alright, we're going to play on hard mode today. Alright, everybody.
Mighty Atom 69.
Thank you so much. Let's play some 20 questions.
This one's going to be good.
This is hard mode. Hold on, let me see if this is even
A.V.
like...
Wenkabach. Or Venkabach, as would be probably correct. if
All
that
right.
is the German pronunciation.
Thank you so much for the follow. It's awesome having you, and we certainly appreciate it. Whoop.
Yep.
Look at that. TJ
That's
fixed
it.
it. TJ fixed it. Is the CMC...
Nice.
Hold on. We should learn everything about this card. You got it? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the CMC 3 or less?
Yes. In fact, it is. Is it multicolored? No. It's not multicolored. First letter A through M. No.
Multicolored.
Modern legal. No. Double check that for sure, but pretty sure that's a no.
Thank you, Sir May.
What up?
Never fails. The control mirror is going to a game 3.
Ooh, do we
You want
want
to watch it?
Which
What's the
one?
control mirror?
Eric versus Steven.
Yeah.
I thought they were in game 3.
No, they're going to game 3 now.
Oh, they're in game. Yeah, put them
Alright,
over.
Let's put them on.
Absolutely.
They haven't moved yet, so you can poke out and see who's where. Do you know what they're playing?
Yes.
Alright.
Well, one is on Blue-Red Delver, or Grixis Delver.
We're going to put this on hold. It turns
Matchup.
out that we've got another matchup to watch.
Yeah!
We've got another...
Who knew? I thought they were on game 3. It looked like they were on game
So we're going to have Eric and who?
Eric and Steven Nelson, I think is his name.
Okay.
What's your opponent's name? Last name?
Nelson, I got it right. I
Nice. Well
knew.
done.
So facing the wall is going to be Eric.
Okay. Excellent. So this is Blue Moon versus what flavor of...
It's Grixis. Grixis Delver.
is it Steve or Steven?
Steven.
Versus Grixis Control?
Delver.
Grixis... Oh, look at that. They asked for Grixis Delver. We get them. Grixis Delver.
Gotcha. I got your back.
Look at that.
Make it go crack.
Oh, wait. This is Delver.
This thing is whack.
Do we think that this is in the Jim Davis realm?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably.
Alright,
He
we'll
had
find out.
Ancestral Vision post board.
Yep. Sir, May, any EDH streams? Unlikely, but maybe one day. But unlikely. The dude, have a good night. So, let's do Madcap Experiment.
And, what do you say? Colgan's Command?
I was thinking Tassiger.
Tasker works.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Alright, let's
Let's rock!
head on down. Alright. The fact that the mic isn't on?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can do whatever I want during that transition.
What time is the GPT on Saturday? I believe noon. Possibly 1.
I believe you said sign up start at 11.
Okay, so it should be at noon. It's currently 9:30 p.m. There's been a severe lack of hats lately. I put one on recently. I've also gotten in the back of my car, and I just got off the phone with Tommy Moonray before this stream happened, and there's a chance that Tommy Moonray will actually be in town pretty soon.
Ooh.
Yeah,
How soon is soon?
I could not tell you. What are they? I'm not really sure what's happening here.
I think he's just rolling while Eric is mulliganing.
Oh, all right.
Because he can.
Maeve, you're wrong, but I will take your thoughts into consideration.
And by consideration, he means it goes here, and then it's out the other side already.
Sure.
In one ear. Sad LK, $10.
Bitter
Bitter
Blossom
Blossom for background would be great.
Good to know. I'll see if we can program that
See
one
what
in.
we can do.
As it currently sits, we do have to program it though, which means requiring David.
Yep.
But good to know, Sad. Okay, thank you so much.
So Eric, being stubborn and deciding to play Silver Falls, is coming back to haunt him instead of Spire Bluff Canal.
He should not be running Spire. He should be running Spire Bluff Canal.
I think he's running a 2-2 split.
He should not be. One of those cards is significantly better.
I done told him. We done told him. We said run 4.
We did.
Spire Bluffs.
I think we
And
said
he was
run
like,
3, but
"Nah." He was like, nah.
that's I think actually exactly how he was. He does have a Blood Moon in hand. It's going to be okay, except for the fact that
Steve's got 2 basic islands.
Exactly,
And a thing in the ice.
This is a little bit of an unusual taste. You don't normally see a thing in the ice in this
Yeah,
situation.
this is
Post-board,
different.
maybe?
This is post board.
So,
It could be something that he has in the sideboard as an additional threat to bring in against control decks.
maybe against Bolt decks even.
Yeah, definitely.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, look, Eric played another tap Sulfur Falls.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that.
Eric's 2 lands were Sulfur Falls. I know you're gonna watch this back, Eric. We told you Spire Bluff can handle. We told you. We told you.
Spire Bluff is so much better than that
So
card.
much better than.
So the reason why
Eric
we're
did
an
hit his third
advocate for
land.
that is that this is a deck that once you hit turn 4 is fine to have one tapped and delay. You need early interaction in the deck. That is a lot of blue for a Grixis Delver deck. You are 100% correct. Maybe just got a little bit ambitious, thinking this will be good against Blood Moon, and then forgot that he didn't have the other 2 colors in his deck.
That very well could be. Attack you for 3.
But you know what? The 3 beats are
Bolted.
working right now. There's only
Get
blue spells
bolted.
in hand too. Is this? Oh no. Okay, I see a red spell. Cynical Cyanide 1. Thank you so much for the follow. It's awesome having you. Renegade Coaster. Yes, this is Madcap into Platinum Imperion. But thank you, Brian. The vests are kind of fun. I've been enjoying them a lot. You know, I think we've kind of made a step in the recent thing to almost always. Obviously, there are exceptions because it's not something that we're enforcing. But we try to dress up nice for the stream, and I think part of it is really it's kind of just evolved into like a respect for the viewers kind of thing, in my mind. Okay, hey,
Electrolyze upstairs.
certainly not going to be good against that thing in the ice.
Eric gonna draw a card. Steven has not drawn another land.
Lord
Eric,
Raven.
ooh, Eric draws a great land though. He draws a Desolate Lighthouse.
That card is very good in a control matchup.
Loot House, real good.
Yes, the tournament has been good, actually. We've seen a pretty good mix of decks. We've seen some fun stuff. We've seen some cool stuff. We got to both talk to the creator and see for the first time. Rasoom, good to see you. Narset, the Narset
might
control
just-
deck, the Esper deck.
I might just have the Loot House get active instead of cycling this, because that could kill a Delver or a Snapcaster Mage, something like that.
Over a Young Pyromancer?
Well, no, Eric sent that upstairs. The Pyromancer got discarded.
Oh, that's right.
I would have been. I think I'm just sitting here activating Lighthouse.
It's a good point, John Hightide. All right. Brian, thank you. We appreciate that. It's kind of you to say.
Why are you getting that thing?
Because this is a pretty neat garment.
Agree to disagree.
Fair enough. There we go. Besides, the lonely Donkey Kong. Thank you so much for joining. You keep slinging those barrels. It's good to have you.
Well, here's an Anger, so that's... I would guess... Okay, so Eric was hoping to finish off the thing in the ice with a Sudden Shock.
Sudden Shock is pretty good. Unfortunately, that negate makes it a little bit rough. We're going to see a Serum Visions here. And despite the fact that Eric has been playing a pretty powerful game plan against this, offer on tie? Do you all... I'm not sure what you mean.
You want to buy the tie? Get it out of here.
Man, this is the sub tie. Every time, historically, when it's on, people just start subbing.
Sure.
Hey, this tie was on the night that we got about 20 subs. When we got 21 subs and got over 150. We're back below 150, actually.
Well, yeah, that's because a lot of
The
Twitch Prime ones ran out.
Which I'm fine with. That happens.
Yep.
That happens. Hopefully they'll be back. Okay. Why not dig for some action? Probably because he's more... his thing in the ice is doing...
He may be on just blue-red Delver. I can't tell.
Indica God, I would take that trade. I would take a Pro Tour invite instead of this tie. I would go to Dublin.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He might just be on blue-red Delver. That's what it's looking like.
Yep. So, I like
Hence
the
thing in
idea.
the ice.
I really like keeping the counter magic up. Right now, Steven's game plan is that you are going to swing twice. J-Gross, I know, but they also might use it somewhere else. I understand that. I know that I'm aware that there are more Magic streams. I know that there's a lot of great content on Twitch, and that we are one of many.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that people choose to sub, it means the world to us. But I also recognize that sometimes it'll come in waves, maybe. So we appreciate everything that has come of this hugely. So I'm certainly not going to get expectant of people. Oh yeah, the point that I was making.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Steven going for this. So he could be a bit more proactive with the Serum Visions, firing them through, looking for action. But right now he's holding both
All right,
Spell Snare,
Lighthouse.
Remand, and Dispel in hand. And these are all incredible tools against what Eric is going to be doing to answer the Thing in the Ice. And as long as the Thing in the Ice resolves, that's probably going to be what ends this game more than anything else. This is the silver bullet, so to speak. Indica God, currently no, but I will be ordering... Hey! Thanks, Lord Red Raven. I really appreciate
So
that.
Eric drew a Lightning Bolt. So with Lightning Bolt and Sudden Shock, he should be able to take care of this Thing in the Ice if Steven goes for transforming it. So he is going to bolt it.
There's a Remand, a Dispel, and a Spell Snare in hand.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dispel.
It's
Eric
not
does
gonna
have a
happen.
Dispel. Yeah, I don't think Eric should have gone for this here.
I think he's trying to figure out what the timing on that will be. Unfortunately, it's going to resolve before any of this else,
Yep.
any other else here happens.
What is beeping?
I don't know. This is not going to go super duper well. Do we do Moto streams? Currently, no. However, I just moved into a new place. I just got high speed. I'm going to be ordering a desktop shortly. That should be expensive. And then I'm going to be setting up Moto, which should be expensive. And then I'm going to be ordering streaming equipment,
Which should be expensive.
which should be expensive. And then I'm going to start streaming MTGO on my off days when I'm available. I am not sure if I'll have a consistent schedule for that, to be honest with you.
Alright, so Awoken Horror does transform.
Yep. And that is
So
going
it
to be...
looks like Eric's going to
good.
go for his own Dispel.
I'm not sure if I dig this, unless he's got another Sudden Shock in hand.
Maybe remanding his own Bolt.
Ooh, that'd be a kind of cool play, because then if you drop another... then another Bolt is basically the only out that you have.
He also Snapcaster Mage.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Indica God. I've never used MTGO.
What is that?
So, I am building my own desktop, but you have to order all the pieces. You can't just put one together out of scratch. Okay. So, will I stream through this account or through a different one? I'll be streaming through a Red Baron MTG. I decided that most people are following the stream and watching the stream because of it being this stream. I'd rather keep it that way, just so that it doesn't become this kind of misleading and I'm not capitalizing on
So
what
the
people
remand
are
on
actually
Eric's
following
Bolt
for.
does resolve. Gets a Pia and Kieran Nalar, which now that the Awoken Horror has transformed...
It's not awful.
It's not terrible. It's got a couple of chump blockers there then.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta order the parts. I've already got I've got, I think, most of the stuff. I think I'm just waiting. I decided that anybody who wants to get me gifts for the holidays that I was talking to, they're like, what do you want? And I was like, just checks and put for desktop on
Give
it.
me monies.
For desktop. I can tell you
Oh,
later
there's-
what exact
there's
part you bought me.
Pia and Kieran Nalar.
And things aren't looking good.
Looks like this is going to get spell snared.
But
And then there's a mana leak, which is going to get dispelled.
which, actually, I think he's only got the
That
cryptic.
all resolves. Pia and Kieran resolves.
And you're still waiting for another bolt.
Yep.
Is there a world actually? So okay. So it's a 7/8, right?
Yep.
Oh no. Okay, so you actually do need another bolt. I was thinking about the Thopters might be able to get some damage in, but they won't be able to. You would have to have enough mana to Sudden Shock, do a bolt, and throw both Thopters, and you can't do that right now. Doro,
No.
setting up auto host is on my to-do list actually.
So what he can do is block with Pia and a Thopter. That's 3.
Oh,
Bolt is
so
3.
maybe
Sudden
defensively
Shock
go for
is- Yeah.
Or
Because Steven's going to attack. He's going to be attacking with this.
sure. Unfortunately, we did just lose this.
Pyromancer.
The Smash to Smithereens is going to be pretty good against this.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So Eric is deciding whether he wants to bolt his own Thopter in order to save 3 life.
Bad thing in the ice decks. Well, you'd have it just because you made the coolest deck ever. We do have a red source, so the Young Pyromancer will be okay. But I don't think that might be in the cards this turn, otherwise you'd be looking at Young Pyromancer into the Smash to Smithereens, and I don't think just the singular.
So that's going to happen. Eric's going to fall to 6.
I'll be confused if a Young Pyromancer comes down.
There's a Young Pyromancer.
Odd.
That's going to eat a bolt, probably.
I'm more confused just that you would play that down and then before Smash to Smithereens. because you can't get anything thrown at it right now. And like, you're not worried about a spell snare because I would much rather have my Smash to Smithereens resolve personally.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure there.
Oh, we're on turns.
Apparently,
So Eric
yes.
just needs to survive.
And Steven looking to win, and honestly has a lot of tools to do that because there's just Burn in hand now. I think you start looting and trying to play a creature.
Pass turn. We're on turn 2.
I think you're in loot and play creatures mode.
Well, that is...
Is that a Sword of
That's
Fire
a
and
Sword
Ice?
of Fire and Ice. Okay. Looks like Eric's going to loot.
That makes a lot of sense.
Draws an Anger of the Gods. Gonna discard an Anger of the Gods. And now this game's over. Wow. Wow.
Sword of Fire and Ice in Modern, and it gets them.
Okay, I'm gonna go get our finals. Because we're on to round 4.
You earned that, Steven.
See y'all soon.
Oh, I'm right as rain. I'm right as rain. Let's head back on. Hello, and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. We're streaming out of Geek Fortress, getting ready for round 4. Check out this sweet tie. It's made up of magic cards, and someone else made it, and it's just hiding in front of this tie. Does that mean that it's hiding? No idea. David Albire, I'm not sure what the sideboard is, but I'm guessing that those Thing in the Ices were in it. So, we're going to head into the round 4. Should be pretty solid. And Siege Rhino, leaving to watch real magic. I don't know what you mean by that. We've got all kinds of real magic here, so it should be pretty fun. So, I'm excited to see it happen. It's going to be sweet. You'd be so salt? Oh, no. Sitting behind some greatness? Do you mean some sitting in front of? I'm not entirely sure, but still, be sure to hit that follow button, join us in the future, because this stream happens 4 times a week. It's a ton of fun, and of course you can support the store through a multitude of ways. You can support the stream directly through the sub option, but if you're also looking for some cards and you want to support the store itself, you can actually go to www.geekfortressgames.com to do some orders there, and always a solid idea. Was the sword main or side? I could not tell you. But I'm going to say almost certainly in the sideboard. What happened to the tokens? One of them jumped the first time, and the second one got killed by a Smash to Smithereens, which was also lurking in the sideboard there.
We got our finals.
Tell me
our
about
finals. Facing the wall is gonna be Donovan. Do.
So, I already have my prediction on who wins this matchup on paper. So I'm going to let you say yours.
I think that Logan with Scred is going to beat Norn Sisters.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be closer than you think, though.
Yeah, but
Norn is going to be quite the edge.
Turns out Koth Emblem kills Norn, so...
Yes. The Koth Emblem does, if it resolves, but this is not a deck that's great at attacking. I think that's going to be a particularly... I kind of want to do Blood Moon for both of them, but I won't.
Blood Moon Mirror.
It is like, these are
It
both
is a
Blood Moon decks.
Yep.
And I think that Logan excels in the Blood Moon Mirror.
Yep.
Just, yeah. Why is TJ's tie not made of mountains? Because
It
I
has
didn't
a
make
mountain.
it. Though, actually, I should consider making my own that is just
That
mountains.
is just mountains.
That sounds pretty sweet.
What mountains would you use?
The tie is very uncomfortable. This one, on the other hand, excessively comfortable. I enjoy it a lot. What did I decide on bits? I haven't done the tax documents yet because I haven't had time. I should do those soon. I just haven't been able to read the full contract yet. So on Scred, I guess we can just do some namesake cards on it. I'll give you that one. And then on this side, we'll just do Norin. Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm going to get a paper cut on my neck. Ooh, that doesn't sound pleasant at all. Let's head on down. This is going to be the finals. Scred Red versus Norn Sisters. Let us know what your vote is in the comments. Both of these decks very capitalizing on the Mountains mentality. Really, like, this is my aim. Donovan's win comes through Genesis Chamber, Norn.
Yep.
That's where Donovan's win comes out of.
And not letting a Koth ultimate.
Yes.
Because
Now,
he cannot beat that.
fact. Fact. But let's head on down and find out for ourselves. We'll see you there. Okay. I'm 70% to building Scred. That deck is super sweet. Bits contract mostly boilerplate. I honestly don't know what that means. But Jeff, it's good to see ya. But I'll be honest, I'm not good at... I have no idea what boilerplate means. Is that a term that I should...
Standard coverage, essentially.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. On your first job, etc., etc. That's good. I don't have one.
Do I play MTGO? No. I don't feel like wasting my time with that program.
Yep. Okay. Hey, thanks, Superstar. Oh, basic template. Oh, thank you. Also, Jeff, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you stopping by. What is Koth's Emblem? Koth's Emblem is a it's a -5. It starts off at 3 loyalty. It's a +1 ability to create a mountain. It untaps target mountain you control. It becomes a 4/4 creature.
No, we don't want to change that. That's right.
I mean, we can. We have it up
That's
over here.
true.
We'll just bring it up for you.
Koth
but
of the Hammer, also the only planeswalker with a name that is an anagram for
its own name.
his name.
That's true. So, what it does is you get an emblem to where all of your mountains gain an activate ability. Now, that's relevant because it can be Pithing Needle in theory.
Yep.
But all of your mountains gain an ability to have tap to deal 1 damage to a creature or player. And yes, you are correct that a large champion of the parish will be pretty relevant to anything, or an Ajani's Pridemate. Otherwise, Anger is going to be an excessively powerful card. There's a Blood Moon, looks to be a Scred. So there's a Scred.
I think he's got a bolt, yep.
And a third card that I did not see in addition to some mountains. Hitting land drop is going to be pretty key. That Relic, while not super great, probably just going to get popped to draw a card in this particular instance. I like Logan's Patience, though. You don't really care about Soul Warden in this matchup. The life total doesn't matter. Once you win this game, you're going to win. Now, another card that we should mention that is going to be hyper-relevant in this matchup. Stormbreath Dragon. It's in the main board. It's going to be good. It's going to be fast. It's got protection from white, and it can deal a lot of damage really fast. So that is going to be...
Scred it.
See, and I think that this Scred might be a little bit
almost like
ambitious.
Reddit, but instead you Scred it.
So I think that this is actually a common thing, and I've found myself doing it, and I don't really agree with it, which is this mentality of you see the fact that you have a Scred, that it only deals 2 damage, and you've got this bolt that deals 3, right? So you think to yourself, well, I'll just use the Scred now because that kills it enough, and I've got a bolt to hit something bigger. But I think that that's incorrect, because... by waiting 1 turn, they're the equivalent. He's not casting the 1 this turn. Then you wait another turn, Scred goes even bigger. And while the Lightning Bolt goes face, you don't particularly care. Now, he fired them both this turn, which makes it fine. Maybe, was that a bit aggressive? Maybe. I don't know. He's got a Bushwhacker. You know what, actually, if Donovan doesn't have a whole lot else going on in hand, this might be enough to just shut this down.
And here goes the Relic. Draws a Pia and Kieran, which he'll be able to cast next turn. That's going to be pretty good.
And a Batterskull. And is that last card a Stormbreath Dragon?
I think so.
This might be just a Hand of Hate. San Jose. Are we going to San Jose?
GP San Jose, we
don't
are
believe so.
not.
We are not, unfortunately. If someone wants to fly me out, I'll consider it, but...
Because, unfortunately, I don't know the way to San Jose. Do you know the way to San Jose?
No, but whether or not we did sway. Should hold those burn spells for the creatures that grow every turn? I agree. I don't think that the 2 damage is going to matter too much, especially when you are running. When you have a Batterskull and a Stormbreath Dragon in hand, that's going to clean up those cards a lot. The life total, again, not going to be relevant. Donovan can go up to 40. Once you close out the game, you're going to close out the game. The mom and pop Thopter Shop making an appearance. You opening up for business. Sorry, Smurfykins. Yeah, Koth, if that ult comes down, though, that just wins.
Piano?
I was thinking Pian and Kieran. So, you do get the Ajani's Pridemate. None of these life gain ones out, and this doesn't get the Champion of the Parish, though. So, this is doing okay. Honestly, I'm not even sure if Norn is going to be...
Norn can be killed by sacking the Thopter.
Right, but do you?
No, you probably deal with the 2/2 and the 3/2 first.
I'm not. Even then, I'm not sure if I care.
Like, if you're going to kill something, it's going to be the 2/2 and the 3/2.
Yeah. I'm just not... I don't know. I guess I'm really hesitant to think that Logan particularly cares. A Batterskull coming down is a pretty big game against this. Maybe I try and take down the Ajani's Pridemate if he goes for some of these like Soul Sisters, because then that one you have to think, okay, this is going to get pretty big. As
it's Champion of the Parish and Soul Warden.
So maybe actually the taking down that looks significantly better. Awesome! I'm glad that she enjoyed it. I'll be sure to put it aside for future events if she wants to keep playing it. I'll touch up a couple of the sideboard
Titan
choices.
Shift is sweet.
Titan Shift is sweet. It wasn't the deck for me.
I almost played it in Dallas. I almost was like, hey, can I borrow that?
I did consider it.
I almost did, but then I was like, I've just played Infect so much more.
Honestly, I like...
Attack?
That's a bold attack.
Very aggressive.
I think it's just because the Battle Skull is going to be the better blocker.
Sure, but
next turn you're going to have...
So, I also don't like double blocking the Ajani's Pride Mage with the tokens.
I'm okay with it. I probably would have blocked with my P and Kieran Nalar before the 2 tokens, but that's fine. That's a pretty small point.
Retroid, of course Dylan is in the Pacific Northwest. He runs the store.
Yes, that okay. Dylan? Dylan is the owner of the store. So yes. What colors do you prefer to play? I will let chat answer for me, and they'll all be trolls about it, but...
You could also just type exclamation point, who is TJ, and exclamation point, who is Bryce? And then you would know what colors we prefer.
Yeah.
Because it's in those descriptions. Gray, orange. Orange is technically correct.
I mean, Boros Burn is orange. That's pink, but...
Gonna scred!
Wow, that was aggressive.
And then a Storm Breath.
Oh, we got a reader here. We've got a reader, and that's going to be pretty good. So many who is. Yeah, there's a who is Dylan.
There is a who is Dylan.
Just to answer, yeah, I'm a pretty devout red player. That's pretty much where I'm at. I really like red. Just what are the ways to kill Norn? Activated abilities. P and Kieran Nalar can do it with artifacts. Grim Lavamancer can do it.
I like the typo in Maves. That's great. It's not and a drink, it's and a drink.
Nachos in the drink.
That's classy. Good job, Doro.
Yeah, I'm all about red. It's kind of
I'm all about that bass. No treble.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I did see you playtesting before this, and I thought, wow, he is training a lot, and that makes a lot of sense suddenly. Why you would do that? So we're up to 23. We're down to 12. This Batterskull has taken this game over. Sure, you lost the token, but you know what's going to happen. I hope you know what's going to happen.
Bad things for Donovan.
Oh, yes.
We're going to see a Stormbreath Dragon.
With a Batterskull equipped.
That works, too. I was going to say Monstrosity. Sure.
No. You take a pro-white 8/8 flyer with Vigilance in the air.
You're back now, Doro? You didn't hear me insulting your who is Maeve that has a typo in it? How dare you?
Why do all the co-hosts make fun of Doro? All of them.
Doro makes fun of me. I just give it back.
Doro makes fun of everyone.
Exactly.
Rap Game Audio. Thank you so much for the sub. Can you get some sub hype in the chat? That's 2 months. That's right. That's a peace symbol, just like this. And I'm going to give you one of these. Nice. Thank you so much. You're amazing and appreciated. We appreciate you. Everyone appreciates you. The players appreciate you. Dylan appreciates you. And you are helping to make this a better stream.
For so many people.
Yes. No, I shouldn't. Those people might appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I'm sure everyone does appreciate you. I'm just being mean to TJ now.
But you are doing the kind of stuff that is going to turn this into a better stream down the way. So being at 31 is pretty good right now.
It's like D's plus.
Ah, man. So, Donovan's got a Norn. Now, unable to chump block because it doesn't have flying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Genesis Chamber, a little bit too late.
Also does not give flyers.
Yes.
Okay.
Guess that we're about 37.
So, he casts a Soul Warden, so he's going to gain 1 life.
My bad. I forgot to reset the timer.
He's going to cast a Soul Warden. He's going to gain another life, up to 6.
David, the deck designer, came in and started talking to us, and they were awesome.
Up to 8.
So Francesco actually came in and hung out with us in the stream. My guess is that they told that the Facebook group mentioned that it was on stream. Why doesn't anyone play the Mill Bridge deck? That's a great question, and I think it can be answered by the fact that it's not wildly incredible. It's good. It took down GP LA by storm. I mean, it didn't take it down, but it did a lot of cool things there.
We're talking about Lantern?
No, the Mill Bridge deck. I was thinking like actual Mill. Do you mean Lantern Control? Because there were 2 here last Saturday. Is Batterskull win more here? No. No.
It's okay, Doro. I can take it.
Fair enough, David.
Monstrosity this.
Okay.
I will put 3 counters on this. You're going to take damage equal to the number of cards in your hand, which is 2.
Which
You
is
take
enough.
2 down to 6. Kill you.
2 down to 8, and then swing 8. Swing for significantly more.
Yes.
Oh man, that is.
Got it all fixed. Who is Marv?
Alright. Missed some life gain triggers. Should have gained 4. 2 from knowing enter the battlefield and 2 for the mirror token. I believe he got those actually. I believe so.
He was still very dead.
Yeah. I believe he did actually get those triggers though.
Yeah, he took a total of
Maybe not.
11, 12, 13 that turn.
But he was down to 4 and he went back up to 12.
and
Or
he
back
took-
up to 10.
And he took 13 that turn. He might have been at 4. He should have been at 14. I don't know.
Hopefully sees. We try to be positive here.
Marv is Maeve's 80s jock personality.
Since when did this stream get subs? We got it about a month and a day ago or something. Or like
yeah,
a month and
we're
almost a week
month
ago.
and a week.
So-
A little over a month now.
Almost 5 weeks is, I guess, an easier way to say that. But yeah, we are heading
Marv Moon.
into our 14th month here. It has been a long journey and an amazing journey, and it's been quite a good time. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very rewarding. So now we have a sub button. We applied for it. Do we have a social media? Yes, you can find me on Twitter at RedBaronMTG.
And I'm at TwinOut662. And
Yes.
It shows right there.
Exactly. And you can also find at Geek Fortress.
Yep. That is a Twitter now.
You can also find at MTGO Rogues.
Over there. It's running away.
Yes.
And it's gone.
You can also find me. Actually, those are pretty much the main ones.
That's pretty much it.
Conflux, do I ever get to play? Or do I always announce? I got to play last Saturday, so that was about the 8th or 9th time
Yeah,
that
I
I've gotten
saw
to
that
play.
that happened. I wasn't able to make it out here, unfortunately.
That's okay. I almost never play. I play tests once or a couple times a week. Like, I'll do a play. Bunzilla! Thanks so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you. Let us know where you're watching from. My hope is to start playing more as I buy the parts to this desktop, and then put that together, then get MTGO up and running. Scred Red should probably be brought in.
You were trolling Donovan on Steam?
Nice.
That's interesting.
Huh. Okay, if we order from Geek Fortress, geekfortressgames.com. Yes.
Yeah.
Smurfykins.
Just leave it in the notes, and whoever you want to
From
sign or
Sweden.
whatever, we will definitely get it taken care of for you. I know TJ has signed a ton of lightning bolts that have gone out.
I have signed
So-
a bunch of lightning bolts. But yeah, geekfortressgames.com. Absolutely. And then you can in the comments, there's a comment section, just put please have TJ sign or anything like that. And absolutely I'm down to do that. Oflices?
Oflices.
That's the thank you so much for hitting that follow button.
Oflices?
Has announcing made me a better or worse Magic player? That's a great question. It's a little bit of both.
Yep.
It's made me much better at understanding what my opponent's game plan is and a little bit of like evaluating kind of what their plays are going to be. However, I would say that I'm a worse Magic player because all of the things that used to be autopilot just aren't. Simple decisions.
Yeah,
just
you've lost some of the muscle memory, that kind of stuff.
the muscle memory's gone. And so it's affected my ability to play somewhat just because I've lost like the ability to just do the mental stamina of just playing the one deck. But I'm still fairly involved in the game. I wouldn't say that it's like detrimentally affected me, but I am like performing a bit worse at Magic. I'm really excited.
Issues.
I'm pretty excited to get MTGO and maybe start streaming that one to just get back into it and start diving into that.
So, Modern Night used to be 5 rounds on Wednesdays because we got enough people for it.
Wixen99, thanks so much for the follow.
We still do get enough people for it, but the problem is 5 rounds takes us to, 11:30 or midnight
Indica
here.
good. Thanks for the follow.
And people have to work in the morning.
Yes.
So,
It is just a lack of practice. Like, absolutely, I agree with you. But that has affected my ability to play the game.
yeah.
Like, that... If you give me infinite amounts of time, then I might be able to play at the same level, but that's not what you get. Interesting, so we're using the... Okay, so I think it just was a matter of doesn't matter in that place. I thought it was going to pass it back. So we're going to get the Genesis Chamber is online, and also Logan is only on the 2 lands, hasn't been able to play out anything else right here. He is going to get the Mirror token here. We're going to gain some life off of this. We're going to go up to 23, and Anger of the Gods looks pretty good here.
Yep. Anger of the Gods would be great.
What does that artifact do?
That
That's
is
a good
Genesis Chamber.
It's pretty sweet.
I believe it's whenever a creature enters the battlefield.
Non-token, but yes.
Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, the controller of that creature puts a 1/1 mirror, right?
Technically, if Genesis Chamber is untapped, but the Anger comes down, the Genesis Chamber remains. Do you think Logan brought in some artifact hate? I significantly
All
doubt
those
it.
creatures should be exiled.
I think that if Logan was aware of the game plan of this deck, then he did. He would have brought in his Shatterstorm and his what was the other one? Vandal Blast. But I'm just not sure if he actually did.
Here's a
take that
PN,
path.
Kieran. So he's going to get a mirror and 2 Thopters. That's a pretty good PN, Kieran Nalar.
Right.
Making an extra mirror.
Okay. Now he just needs a Norn. So much for that. Nah, Norn's still a pretty, Melvin's still a pretty good player. I am excited to start streaming though. I probably won't have a consistent schedule at first. It'll be basically, Anger does not exile. Oh, it does exile the creatures. Yes,
Yep.
the creatures are
The
exiled.
creatures should be exiled. It
Right
hasn't
now, there's
mattered.
no
It
graveyard.
hasn't mattered yet. He doesn't have a graveyard. Oh no, the first champion got bolted.
Oh, you're right.
The creatures from Anger should be exiled.
Oh, they're all in one stack. That's right. Kills all the decks that you like. That's fair. I'm pretty excited though. It'll basically just be anytime that I decide to get some playtesting done, I'll just turn on the stream as well. That way I can also get bad practice in that too. Still be too busy paying attention
So
to
I
the stream.
think that Donovan has a deflecting palm.
I see Path, maybe Deflecting Palm, and I think
That-
a Soul Sister.
So deflecting palm,
Not great.
does it do anything against Scred?
No.
It's the next time it would deal damage to you.
Yes, not a creature
Yeah,
you control.
that's a common mistake I know of. Because I keep making that mistake.
Yeah, and I don't think that it's probably more for the Stormbreath Dragon than anything. Like, Donovan lost to the Stormbreath Dragon, probably was playing around that one in this game. And we've got a draw here. That is another PN Kieran
Another
Nalar.
Mama Pop.
Honestly, I think you just start bashing in. You don't even have to play this just yet. Otherwise, do you see what else is in Logan's hand? I wasn't able to get a good look at it.
He has another Mom and Pop. He has a Scred, an Anger. It looks like 2 PN Kieran Nalars. A Scred, an Anger, and 2 Stormbreaths.
Oh my goodness.
I with 2 Mom and Pops, I'm just casting Pia and Kieran.
I think that I
Just
would be as well.
casting Pia and Kieran Nalar.
I think that I would be as well. Now, the only flip side here is that what we might instead see is Logan trying to use the Scred and even trying to leverage these Thopter tokens.
Transform side.
Sorry. Wait, for what?
You said flip side.
Oh, fair enough. He might just start trying to utilize like the Scred as well as these Thopter tokens to try and destabilize that board and then replay at a mom and pop Thopter shop.
So Conflux is asking us how we feel about Yaheni's expertise in Modern or Standard.
I'm certainly not gonna. How can he lose from here? He can lose by being overly patient and then a deflecting palm on the Stormbreath Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he loses. It's unlikely to happen, but that's how.
Pretty unlikely, but it could happen.
That's the theoretical win. Yeah, that hand is disgustingly powerful, and it looks like we are going for something similar. So we're gonna try and take down that Ranger of Eos.
Okay.
Looks like we're actually gonna save the Scred, and honestly, I like that. There's going to be very few cards that you actually care about in this matchup.
Why does Donovan have 7 on his deck?
Oh, whenever Donovan gets bored, he starts counting the turns on top of his deck. And by bored, I mean whenever he just decides to confuse us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Why check the life totals? They're right.
It's 15-13.
So, looks like we're going to attack for 7. We can block Piankir and Nalar. That means that we're taking 5. We're going to go to 8. The big thing that should be noted right now is that while the Deflecting Palm is good, Deflecting Palm is significantly better when you and your opponent are at somewhat life total parity. Yeah.
He's kept it on 7.
Oh, then he probably started with all the white ones and is moving them to the black dice. It's just what he does. You gotta learn to embrace this out of Donovan.
No, I don't understand the point.
I don't know. I work very hard not to underrate free spells. Yahini will likely not bring back control in multiple formats.
It's good, but I don't think it's that good.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it should absolutely be tested. It might be amazing, but I'm not thrilled with the first ability. The second ability can be as good as it wants, but if you're attaching it to an ability that you don't really love, then I'm not thrilled with it. Here's the thing: can cast Ancestral Recall for free? Sure, if it's in your hand. I mean, how often do you cascade into Ancestral Vision? Like, I get that that's a thing, but it also needs to be in your hand, and now you're losing the opportunity cost by running objectively not great cards to enable another card that is also not incredible, but that gets a free spell. Like, running two moderate cards that make one amazing combo means that you're running 2 moderate cards.
Donovan's up to 11,
and that's not that good. Like, I'm not going to run Boom and Bust in my deck. Because if I don't run Yahini's Expertise, I have a terrible card. I'm not going to run Beck and Call, because if I don't draw Yahini's Expertise, I'm going to have a terrible card. I think that it should be tested. Violent Outburst is running a combo deck. It certainly didn't make anything viable that was like an actual strategy.
I agree.
Like, I agree. It might have a place.
Where is Blood Moon? Well, it's not really good in either matchup, so...
No, the card is exciting. The card might be amazing. The card should absolutely be tested. Everything about that card looks good. I'm not convinced, because the first ability is entirely contextual.
Yeah. It's very medium.
If a 4-mana -3/-3 is good, then the card will be great, because it's just better than that.
But as it stands right now, Anger is sometimes too slow.
Exactly.
So...
And Anger is good because it's 1 less mana, and the Exile is the only reason people are running Anger over
Exactly.
something else. Because you have a cheaper ability in Savage Twister, and no one runs it. No one runs it.
You mean Fire Spout?
I do mean Fire Spout.
It's like Savage Twister, that's like the green-red X spell, right?
That is, I exactly mean. So that's the point of the spell. Like, don't discount free spells. If you have them, hold on to them. If you open them, hold on to them. Free spells are always good. Look at everything that has ever made free spells. They're extremely powerful. But, just, I don't know. I'm not hyped up until I see the contextual ability. Stormbreath Dragon is insanely good. That's the lesson here.
Stormbreath Dragon is decent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You play Fire Spout? Fair enough. You got me there. Sideboard in Shardless and Legacy? Maybe. I could see that.
But it could be, because you can then cast Shardless Agent and then Cascade.
Hi, Goblin Guy. It's good to see you. Fire Spout is terrible without green? Yeah, but like if Jund is running Anger, it'd be easier for them to run Fire Spout.
Technically. Yep.
So, we do have a scrying sheet, so we could start going for that one. Or you can just go for the...
Dragons!
Oh, poor Donovan.
Double Dragon!
I think he's going to try and Deflecting Palm one of these.
Get you.
Okay.
Get you.
But you've got a Scred and
Take it at
Piankir and
10.
Lars. Like, he goes down to 10, but he's got double Scred in hand, I think. And a Piankir and Nalar. And Donovan's at 2.
No,
and
he's got double Piankir and a Scred.
Oh, well, that's still fine.
It's still more than fine.
Think of it as
Donovan can attack for 3, take Logan to 7. If he draws exactly Deflecting Palm, this game is a draw.
Not true.
No, that's true. Donovan dies due to state-based effects.
Still not true. Fun fact. If he Deflecting Palms one of them, Logan can Scred that one.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Block,
Never mind.
Scred 1. Yeah, plus I'm assuming that that Logan monstrosities, which would put Donovan to 1. So it still would maybe work, but
Honestly,
then
I
you have
don't.
to do the
I think
monstrosity
you'd rather
one.
just do something else at that point. Play
Well,
P.
you
Oh,
just
no.
cast P and Kieran
And
Villar
then throw the
sacrifice
Thunder.
artifact. Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
No. Throw the mirror that you get from Genesis Chamber from your opponent. That's the correct choice.
That is the correct choice. Okay.
Bolt.
So I get that untapping 3 lands is very good, by the way. But the problem is that that's only good if the initial effect is worth it. That's the question. It's a lightning bolt.
Monstrosity. He's dead. Okay. I'm gonna go see if there's another game or something.
Man, that is sweet. I am phasing. Interestingly enough, that card would be worse. But let's head on out to the booth. I'll see you all up there. Hello, and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. It's awesome having you all here. We're streaming out of Geek Fortress in Snohomish, Washington, doing some Modern. We're in round 4, but we're going to try and find another backup match for you, and it should be pretty solid. Ooh, I am sorry to hear about all the people having some cold weather. We've got some cold weather ourselves here, but not certainly at the same level as others, but it's cold for us. And certainly I don't know. It's time to bundle up. That's, I guess, the real lesson of it. Luckily, this vest keeps me nice and warm back here in the booth. Should be pretty fun. Grats to Scred Red. Oh, yeah. Doesn't Stormbreath have protection from white? Yes. Yes, it does. And that is why it was so good. What about sideboard and Living End? I love it in the sideboard of Living End. That totally can get behind. Deflecting Palm doesn't target? That is also correct. Ooh, goodness. You have all got some chilly things happening wherever you are.
I found us a game 3.
Really?
Yeah. So facing the wall's gonna be Eric.
Okay. I'm really... See, this is going to entirely hinge on whatever it is. If he, is he on...
What Coleman decided to choose to play?
He's on taking turns, isn't he?
He's on turns.
So, and they're on game 3?
They're going to game 3.
How did
Coleman
lose?
didn't draw lands. He said, if I was Eric, I would have won.
Fantastic. What does it actually do in Living End? Living End causes the whole board to be sacked anyway? Actually, that's a good point, because you sack the board and then they get it all back.
Yeah, so it gives -3/-3 to all their stuff. So it's fine. It's a fine way to get a Living End out of your hand if they have, like, Goyfs that are bigger than X3s.
I'm still not sure if I'd run it in the sideboard, though.
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, never mind. I'm backing out of that.
Anyway.
Game 3, Taken Turns versus Madcap Moon. Now, Taken Turns, a deck that is almost entirely islands. Going to be looking to basically start casting some of these Howling Mine effects. Not many Howling Mines itself, but he is running Thing of the X recently.
I believe he's running Snapcaster Mage now.
Is he?
He had it. He showed it to me when
Maybe
I was
just a
out there
one-off?
earlier.
Interesting. That would be a one-off. But gonna be looking to cast basically Time Warps for the rest of the game. Sweet deck, powerful deck. Eventually gonna win through. God, the deck is ridiculous, but it generally wins through milling your opponent. With like a Jace sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you deal damage, and actually his version doesn't do any of those. Instead, it's looking to win with either the Thing in the Ice or by doing Part the Water Veil, putting it down onto one of his islands and swinging with that one for those multiple turns, using
let's head
a
down.
Giga Drowse to tap all the opposing creatures.
That too.
Yes. But let's head on down. That's going to go up against Madcap Moon, the third time that we've seen it tonight. We'll see you there. Taking turns. Whoa, forgot to change the image. Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
That's the good art.
That is the good art. I'm really thrilled that that's the one that it gave us.
Parry on this time, I think. Right?
I think I'm still going to go with that
Alright,
one.
that's fine.
Vitamin Pion would end up looking
But Madcap skills, yeah.
nice. Okay.
Alright, so Eric should have a 1 as well.
Turns is great. Turns is... All these decks are sweet. All these decks are sweet. Turns mostly wins by boring its opponent to death. Actually, I will say this.
Oh, look, they're both going to 5.
I will say this. You can say that Taken Turns is a deck that's slow, but wait until you watch Coleman playing it.
Man mode, mulligan to 0.
No, we're drawing game
Oh, they're drawing and going to game 4. Going to 7.
Nice. So, watch Coleman play the deck.
Plays it so fast.
It's
frightening.
He is Coleman 1.5 speed Falk. Like, that is just what he does. He plays combo decks extremely well. I don't know what SKO means. Do you?
Nope.
Okay. But, yeah, Coleman plays this deck pretty fast.
Eric said, sure?
I have no idea what that means either. Slim Shady. It's our chant. Fair enough. Oh, it means go
Sure.
Vikings.
No. I mean, sure, for the NFC North, I guess, if you want that. But then Seahawks.
Fun
And
fact,
everything else in
I'm
the
not a
NFC.
Seahawks fan. Haha.
I'm aware.
Okay. So, we have got 2 islands. We also do have an Ancestral Visions on suspend. Played that down on his turn 2, going for a Serum Visions on turn 1. Working pretty well. Eric with a fetch land and a basic island. Not doing a whole lot yet. OllieZilla, thank you so much for the follow. It's awesome having you. Can I mention Bant Spirits to Coleman? I can absolutely mention Bant Spirits to Coleman. Why, though?
Sure, I'll walk out to him and say, Bant Spirits.
Sure.
And he'll be like, what? And I'll be like, someone said to mention it.
Yep. Yep.
I guarantee you that's how that goes down.
Gallup guy, I understand. I understand. You gotta be a fan of like, your team.
I'm a Seahawks fan first, a Buffalo Bills fan second. Because my mom's from the Buffalo area.
Fair enough. I'm a Steelers fan first. And probably a Seahawks fan second. Why not?
Why not?
Sure. So,
Oh, man.
Dictative Crewfix coming down. It is going to
Remand.
get remanded by Eric. Now, Coleman not going to do that, but going into his turn 4, one thing to keep in mind is that Eric is going to be tapped out here. He might just cast this exhaust.
Discard Anger of the God.
He might just... Why'd you keep that in?
He doesn't have enough to side out.
Probably true.
Does he take out Blood Moon because it doesn't seem good?
So you go for the exhaust here, and it actually acts as a pseudo time warp. Eric doesn't get to untap. He might have access to 2 lands this turn, but if you look at how much he did with those 2 lands early on in the game, almost nothing. I mean, even if he fetches, it's not looking too good. You're looking at maybe Bolt. If he gets another land, then maybe you're looking at like a remand as your most fearsome thing. But next turn, you're going to be drawing 4 cards, 3 of them from this Ancestral Vision, plus 1 for your draw.
Ancestral Vision targeting Coleman, he says.
Ooh, good call. Good call. So there's the 3 cards for the turn, and then we're going to head into the draw step here. The 4th card. Now, we do have...
Coleman
Cryptic
was
Available.
careful, drew the first card separately, just in case he had a miracled
Yep.
temporal mastery.
I have
believe
seen
that's
him
the
get...
card.
Do you remember when he got on turn 2 when we were playtesting? Turn 1 island, turn 2?
I hate
Temporal
this.
Mastery.
Worst feeling ever.
So we're gonna go with the
Another
backup
exhaustion.
exhaust and another suspend. It's still keeping Eric down and out. Basically, he gets to keep just
Hey,
playing
drew a
lands.
land.
Pseudo time warps happening.
Ooh. Eric could cast a Madcap experiment if he wanted to. Next turn.
Eric can,
Seems
but
like
unfortunately, Coleman
such a
actually has
good
answers
card.
to that.
Plus, Coleman can probably just start going off pretty soon here.
Coleman is likely going to be going for an end step of the Dictative Crewfix.
Dictate, yep.
And all he has, like, he's got a Cryptic Command in hand. At a certain point, he's going to Giga Drowse Eric to just hold down all the counter spells. Or if he actually just goes for it, maybe we'll even see Coleman try and flash that in on his turn, go for a Time Warp, and whenever he gets ready, then he's just going to go for the Cryptic Command, bouncing the Madcap Experiment. Huh.
Eric going to fetch a couple times.
Sure. It looks like he is looking to do that Madcap Experiment. Unfortunately, I just don't think that it's enough.
Commiserate about Swiss cheese O-lines. Vikings, then Colts. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. How do we feel about
jeez.
the...
So
that
many
deck
bad
is
O-lines.
fantastic. Ouijix? Super Attacker, it's good to see you. I also like attacking things. Thank you to whoever bought us all pizza.
Yeah, pizza's good. Pizza's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eric fetched, looks like a basic island and a basic mountain.
Yeah, I don't think that Eric does this with Madcap Experiment.
I mean, sure. Can you get through the screen? If you can do that right now, you can have pizza.
I don't want to challenge them.
No, I want to see it happen.
I don't.
All right, there's Madcap Experiment.
I don't think that Coleman cares though.
Yeah, Coleman's just like, sure, you can have a Platinum Empyrean.
Because this almost guarantees the resolution of this Dictator Krufix. In fact, it does. The only spell that could possibly counter this and target it would be Spell Pierce, and that is going to actually be resolving.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be
Unless, of
enough
course,
anyway.
Stubborn Denial is in this deck.
Which, again, doesn't matter because he doesn't have a creature with
He will.
toughness 4. Oh, he will. You're right.
Which makes me think that Coleman maybe could have put that in response to that, just to play around that minor possibility. So I actually may have advocated for that. Right? Does that make sense? Coleman, if you're watching this back later, keep that in mind.
Madcap does not have Platinum Angel in the sideboard for matchups like this. We considered Platinum Angel as a sideboard card for the deck when we were building it. I remember talking about it
For
at
Infect.
length.
Yeah.
For Infect and for decks like this. But
The deck's already got such a positive matchup against Infect,
Yeah,
we decided
yeah.
it wasn't worth it.
we decided against it.
The dedicated combo decks that are just the Madcap combo can certainly do that.
Well, Eric had the Dispel for the Cryptic Command.
Booted ahead, it's good to see you. I don't think the Cryptic Command was worth it. I think that you were supposed to go for the Dictate, but that's just me. And we're going to walk the Aeons. And we're going to be drawing 4 cards the turn after this.
Drew a Time Warp.
Why would you let it hit? The reason why you would let it hit instead of countering the Madcap is
There's
because
Time
then
Warp.
you can put the Platinum Imperium into his hand, which is significantly harder to cast than just
Coming off the spin.
something else. So, drawing a lot of cards here. Looks like no triggers
draw for
at the
turn.
moment. We do have yet another... ooh, I think that was the Gigadress that I saw.
I believe so.
So the Gigadrop, but he doesn't even need that at this point. I don't know. I think Coleman got hasty with that Cryptic. I don't want to question Coleman's play with this deck because he knows this deck
Temporal
much
Mastery.
better than I do. But I think that it was the Dictate and just wait until whenever you're ready to go for that Cryptic and bounce it because Eric's tapped out now. But I don't know.
So the Temporal Mastery.
And that is a
Oh.
Snapcaster in this deck. He's
Ghost
too used to having a
Quarter.
Dictate.
Play Dictate, cast Time Warp. Here we go.
Draw 2.
Off and running.
This is where you start
Will
getting...
the Time Warp deck lose to itself? That is the question on everyone's mind right now.
Good job, Logan. Well played. Oh my goodness, Super Attacker. I hope you are feeling better. My goodness. Good luck. Good luck. How's he drawing so much? Dictate of Krufix. Dictate of Krufix is on the battlefield.
Indeed.
So, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, it's basically a Howling Mind, but he's the only one taking
There's
turns.
Snapcaster.
Into...
Walk the Aeons.
Interesting that he's going for that over
Well,
the
he
Time
had
Warp.
6 mana at the time. so-
Probably, and that way if you end up being a little bit more choked later and you have to use it, Exhaustion.
Draws
Why
a
not?
land.
Exhaustion might end up being pseudo-relevant later. Are we running out of these abilities?
Looks
Oh,
like
no.
he might be.
Is he going to Cryptic back his own,
Cryptic, bounce your Platinum Empyrean.
draw a card and hope?
Hits a Dictate.
That's not enough. So we're going to Exhaustion him, and then we're going to Dictate at the end step.
Attack for 2.
So we actually didn't go off this turn.
Nope.
And you know why?
Coleman will pass. Eric draws his card.
Because he didn't play out the Dictate earlier on. So how's he taking so many turns? Because he's
And
casting
another
Walk
card.
the Aeons, which takes another turn. You also get to cast Temporal Mastery, which exiled to take an extra turn. He was also casting Time Warp. So all of these cards are cards that just say take an extra turn. So he actually just got to take about, what, 5 turns in
He
succession?
took a lot of turns.
Maybe 6? Something like that.
2 Time Warps, a Temporal Mastery, to Walk the Eons, plus his other turn. Yeah, 6.
6. So that is how he was taking those. That's basically what the deck does. So we're gonna draw, and he didn't go for the end step there. Ooh,
Getcha.
the Temporal Mastery is big. Gets to Miracle Trigger that one. Only costs him 2 mana to take that extra turn.
So,
and he can flash in.
I think Coleman is
3 of
planning
these.
on winning with this Snapcaster Mage.
He can flash in 3 of these Dictates.
Yeah, Coleman specifically said, I'm not going to put the shields down because I know you have the Bolt.
Oh man.
Dictate. 4 Dictates, sure.
Oh, yeah.
in the upkeep. And we'll draw 5 cards this turn. And this should begin.
Did we whiff 5 lands?
You win!
We can still draw cards with that, though.
We can still draw with Miko Koro.
We can still draw 1 card.
draw with
But
Miko
oh
Koro.
my goodness.
Do it. You have to draw exactly Time Warp.
He recycles them with, he can actually recycle them with Elixir of Immortality.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You deserve that, Coleman. Why did he not activate the Miko Koro?
I don't know. That is a fantastic question, and I don't know the answer to it.
Oh my goodness. That is just abhorrible. Nothing but net.
Airball. Nothing.
Oh, we're gonna Giga Draws on
Draws,
knockout.
you
That's why.
sure?
That's why.
All 6 of your lands. Get them.
Alright, so you target
Does
all
Eric
6
go
of
for
those with Giga Draws.
Snapcaster Cryptic? Oh, nope. Electrolyze. Getcha. Oh, Dispel. Eric can snap Dispel if he has a Snapcaster.
Oh man, so the Giga Draw is happening here, and basically we're just gonna take another time. Alright, now you can have your turn. Cool.
Draw a bunch of cards.
Enjoy your discard step.
He drew a Roast, but he doesn't have 2 lands to cast it. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness. Actually, Coleman is not in
No,
Tote
Coleman's
City.
not. He's enjoying himself.
Coleman loves
They're
this
both
deck.
enjoying this game right now.
So I think instead of going for the maybe of hitting another timer, he just said, you know what, I can make you skip your next turn with this Giga Draws anyway, and then we
Yep.
can kick it back to me and I'll try again with another 5 cards. 5 lands. Oh, everybody do a land dance for this. Come on, give me the land dance. Give me the land dance for Coleman. We can do this. We can do this. Absolutely we can. What do we get? I think Eric is just deciding like if there's any chance of him going for this, and I don't think that there is. Let's get it going. I like your land dance. This is Melvin style. Is Melvin out here? I hope Melvin's out here. Oh man. Ow. I punched the shelf. Yeah, get that land dance going. I like it. I like sweet moves. Sweet moves.
Show me your moves!
Alright, so I think Eric is just deciding what to discard, but honestly there's not a whole lot that's going to give him options at this point. And it looks like that is the case. We're gonna
Discards land, Platinum Imperion.
I guess he decided he wasn't going to be able to cast that one going forward.
Alright, Coleman. Draw them lands. Draw them lands like it's your life. Land. Land.
Dang
Serum
it.
Vision.
I hope that Serum Vision
Temporal
finds a
Mastery.
land.
Land. He drew a Temporal Mastery, though. So.
Oh, man.
So close.
So, we have got the Serum Visions happening. We do have the Temporal Mastery, which is going to exile. We've got the Miko Koro to draw more additional cards. And lots of lands in hand. That's always nice, right? But we're going to take that one just to be safe and move into the next round as well. Might even fire off the Miko Koro just to get the extra card draw for this turn since you don't
Tap
entirely
for
need
2.
it. Also bash down to 9. Maybe...
This Snapcaster Mage win condition is very fragile.
Right? Okay. So, the sweetest dance moves. Oh, it smells delightful, like pizza in here.
Weird.
Actually, it doesn't smell a whole lot like pizza.
No, it doesn't. It honestly, it doesn't smell like much.
I don't sweat when I dance.
It's too cold to sweat right now.
I just dance all
My
the time.
hands are cold.
Are they really?
Yes.
I'm sorry, do you want to hold hands?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, looks like we're going to time warp and an attack down to 7. Okay.
Woo! They both get to draw. Eric draws, I believe, a negate.
Sure.
Untap Miko Koro. Sure. We'll both draw.
Brody, I agree, but I'm pretty hungry. It's not my preference. It's not my preference.
Elixir of Immortality.
Honestly, it's incredible here. That graveyard is pretty stocked.
Discard a bunch of islands. Yeah, shuffle all those islands back in so you can draw them again.
What's too cold for Washington? It's in the 30s. Low 30s. It might be down to
it's
high
probably
20s.
into the 20s right now.
It might be high 20s. Chilly. It's chilly. Will Coleman deck himself? Not with that Elixir
Not
of
with
Immortality.
Elixir. Yeah, it's 29 right now.
Okay. So,
We do need to finish our 20 questions before we go.
oh, that's true. That is true. A Walk the Eons. Honestly, do you buy it back at this point? Looks like we don't.
Why would he?
True. How many cards are in Coleman's library? If I were to
all
guess...
the cards in his graveyard. Because Elixir of Immortality.
Oh, man. Complaining in the 30s, but for different reasons.
Are you in another country that uses Celsius and therefore complaining that it's 30 degrees Celsius? Because that's like really, really warm.
Yeah, that is quite warm. Well, it's warm here. That's really warm here. Isn't that like 70 degrees or 60 or something?
30 degrees Celsius?
Yeah.
I don't remember the I don't remember the conversion.
I thought that was like 70 degrees or so. I could be totally off. But,
Australia Celsius, yeah.
Lord of the Pit, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
Someone run the numbers for us. Tell us what 30 degrees Celsius is. 90
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
my.
Okay, yeah, that's hot.
That's absurd. That is absurd. I don't want to do that math in my head. Thanks, Lord of
30
the Pit,
times
though.
1.8 plus 32.
Oh.
86. Thank you. That's warmish. And Eric going to concede. This game is rather over.
Okay, that Snapcaster got there.
Snapcaster got there. Alright. Let's get back up to the booth and finish the 20 questions.
Oh my goodness. So let's get up there. Let's do it.
Hide the card.
Good. That's not the card that it was.
Good. That's
Wow.
not the card that it was.
Man, that was lucky that I hadn't
Very
switched
lucky
it
you
back
hadn't
over.
switched it yet.
Woo!
Alright, so here are the three things so far. It's TMC 3 or less? Yes. Multicolored? No. First letter A through M? No.
And it's actually not Gigadrowse. I can
It is not
promise you
Giga
that.
Drowse. So, let's get some questions that we can answer.
Yes, and of course, my name's TJ.
And I'm Bryce.
And thank you so much for joining us here at the Geek Fortress stream. We're located in Snohomish, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. And it's a pleasure having you all here. What's more annoying to play against, Lantern or Taking Turns?
Lantern for me, personally.
Yeah, Modern Legal.
Modern Legal? No. Is it white, blue, or black? Is it in Esper colors? No.
Is it a permanent?
Oh, is it a permanent? No. Esper colors? No.
White, blue, or black? Is no. What else have we got?
Is it colorless? No.
Is it a sorcery?
It is a sorcery.
So is it colorless? New? Sorcery.
Doro, I think that question... Is it green or black? Black has already been answered. No. How do
is
we
it green or
answer that
black?
question?
Yes.
Green or black? Yes. I guess that's a good way to answer that.
It's a really easy way to answer it.
Does it produce mana? No.
Let's see here. Produce mana?
Is it banned in any format excluding Pauper? No.
Banned in anything? No. Is it... Oh, okay.
Nope.
Man, getting pretty aggressive with those ones.
Does it get lands? No.
Fetch lands? Nope. We still got lots of questions left.
Does it start with the letter G? It's not A through M.
It does not start with the letters A through M, so that would be a no. Alright. So we know that it is not white, blue, or black, but we know that
It is green
blue,
or black.
But we know that it's green or black. We also know that it is not multicolored. We know that it's not modern legal. We know that its converted mana cost is 3 or less.
Does it get creatures slash does it target creatures? I think would be a good way to combine those two, right? Does it get creatures?
No. One is does it get
does
creatures?
it get creatures?
Different people though.
So does it get creatures? Are you asking if it like tutors for creatures?
Yes.
No, it does not tutor for creatures. Does it target? Yes. Is it CMC 2? No.
CMC2? It is not. Just so you know, this is a pretty difficult
This is a tough one. I have it up here.
one. Oh man, yeah, that one's rough.
Yeah, this one's gonna be tough.
This one's super rough. Do we give him 25 on this one?
We'll go a little higher.
Okay.
Does it pump creatures? No. So we've already established that the CMC is 3 or less, but it is not 2.
Yes.
So it is 3, 1, or 0.
Does it draw a card?
Draw a card? Nope.
2, 1, 1.
Okay. Does it rules text include the word graveyard?
No. Alright, so at 18 we give you a hint. I'm going to give you a pretty big hint because this one's tough.
No, this one's got to be
I'm
tough.
just going to tell him it's from this.
No, don't do that.
Okay,
don't do that.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Well, like, this is a really easy one to trip up on.
That's true.
So, okay.
Has it been printed as a common or uncommon? Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Is it an alpha, beta, or unlimited? No. Urza block? No.
EBUR or Urza. I'll give them both.
Lord of the Pit asks, is it CMC 3? Yes, indeed it is.
Oh man, this one's super rough.
Does it target a creature? Yes.
Okay.
It does, in fact, target a creature.
But we already knew that one.
Well, we knew that it targets.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know it targeted a creature.
We're giving you all 25. Oh, we're running out of room here. We're running out of room here.
Was it in a supplementary set?
Urza's block is modern? No, it's not.
Does this count as a supplementary set? I think so.
I wouldn't say it's a supplementary.
I wouldn't call it supplementary.
No, I wouldn't call that.
That's tough.
We knew it was 3 or less. We also know that it's not multicolored, so it can't be putrefy. Though, I mean, the next... Oh man, this one's like super rough. Alright, we're gonna have to give like a really big hint.
Do we want to say that it has that in the...
Was that in anything else?
No. So it'll give them that as well.
Okay, well, let's just do... I'm going to read 3 random words. No, because that'll give them... They can just Google that for flavor text.
Man.
We could give them the artist.
Oh, they said no hints. Renegade Coaster said no hints.
Oh, man. Man, riding the Dulu horse? No, not quite. That one pumps a creature, doesn't it?
I believe it does.
Yeah, so it doesn't pump a creature.
Oh! Pat Job with Tripwire. Boom! That it is.
Wow. Tripwire,
man.
You get added to it.
Pat Job, nicely done. It is, in fact, Tripwire.
Yeah. Did you notice my hint at 18, by the way?
Yeah. Like, this one's an easy one to trip up on. Like, TJ.
Oh, what? Yours was way too obvious. Let him know it was from that set.
Yeah, Portal 3 Kingdoms.
Oh, man.
Horsemanship.
Right? Well done, Pat Job. Family friendly, however.
Yes.
We gotta be family friendly. My goodness.
My goodness. Well done, everyone.
How would someone know that? We told you it was a hard one.
Giggity.
You started in cons. We gotta pick up the slack. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Either way, thank you so much. We're coming up on the end of the stream. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, be sure to toss them in or reach out to me on Twitter at RedBaronMTG. You can also whisper me RedBaronMTG in Twitch. You can also message me on Reddit, RedBaronMTG.
All the things Red Baron MTG.
You can also email us at geekfortressstream@gmail.com. The first letter of each of those is capital S. So capital G, capital F, capital S. GeekFortressStream.
I don't think that technically matters with emails.
I believe it does, doesn't it?
Not that I know of.
I'm almost certain that it does, but maybe not. Huh. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. You gotta pick up the
Haven't been
slack.
out there yet, so.
Either way, doesn't matter for email. Oh! Well, then you can find us at geekfortressstream at gmail.com.
Boom.
That's so helpful. I thought that it used to matter. Did it used to matter? I feel like it used to matter, and that always bothered me.
Yeah.
So, look at me go. Nailed it.
It may have mattered. I don't know. I can't remember a time when it mattered, but...
But if
I didn't
email
pay
works
attention
best
to
for you, you
email
can
for a
reach
long
us
time.
there. Oh, I'm so glad that email is not case sensitive. Thank goodness. It may be an outdated system, but at least it's not so outdated that it thinks that characters matter. So, we have got towards the end, and let's find someone to host you all over to. I hope that you
Yeah.
did have fun here. We had a lot of... Also, I guess this is the last chance to hit that follow button. Hit that sub button if you would really like to, and you want to, if you have the means and would like to help support. And of course, our next stream is going to be Friday at 7:30 Pacific time for some Legacy. And
Do you have anybody lined up to be with you yet for that, TJ?
nope,
No co-host yet.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Always do. I've got a couple of people in mind, but I gotta. Ooh. So Z Magic is on. Jamie is still on too.
Jamie, Z-Magic...
Is Z Magic doing? Hold on. I don't see Z Magic. Did I refresh this? I may not have. I don't think I did.
Yeah, you should refresh.
I should refresh this. You know, when you say a high LRR, normally that doesn't mean Lord Red Raven,
Yeah, usually it means, you know, a different group.
right? The Canadian version of us. We're much smaller than they are. They scare us. We try to pretend like they don't, but they do.
Don't let it get in your head, TJ. OG Lazy, thanks for hitting that follow button. You are a rock star. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's awesome having you. We're going to end up hosting to Z Magic 94, the Legend.
To Legend of Pi.
Thank you, and to Super Attacker, who's going into surgery. I hope you have
Good
a
luck.
safe procedure, and you come out on the other end feeling just incredible. That's okay. It's just they're scary, you know, in like a really
Not
good
scary.
way. They scare
They're
me.
all very nice people.
All right, everybody. Do you have any final thoughts for the night?
Madcap Moon seems like the real deal as far as Blue Moon goes. I think it's probably the best version of Blue Moon. Taking turns is always fun to watch when Coleman plays it.
Yeah.
Lord Red Raven with the 2-on-3 sub. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lord Red Raven. You're awesome and amazing. I look forward to seeing you more in the future. Thanks for the resub.
Scred is still pretty good.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
I mean, we saw Control Combo and Aggro here today.
Yes, we did.
So, I think they've got a little bit of everything, and that Esper, I'd like to see more out of it. I look forward to seeing that one.
Yeah.
That joke was Canadian because you didn't laugh.
A.
Yeah, but you'd give it an A. We'll see you all next time. Whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, we'll see you in the Z Magic stream, and join us on Friday for some Legacy. See you there, everybody.